درود خدمت همه همراهای عزیز، امیدوارم هر جایی که هستید حالتون خوب باشه. خوش اومدید به اپیزود 39 پادکست صدای بدنسازی. مهمون این هفته یه مهمون فوق‌العاده رو براتون آوردم. تقریبا میشه گفت که 1 سال بود که ما میخواستیم این مصاحبه رو بگیریم، همینجوری جلوی شما بدقول شدیم. بالاخره تونستم یه مصاحبه جنجالی و خفن با سوپر ژنتیک افغان علی بلال عزیز بگیرم. بچه ها این پادکست چون که علی بلال زبون اصلیش زبون فارسی یا دری نیست، خیلی سخت شد که بخواد همه رو فارسی و دری بگه. شما به بزرگی خودتون ببخشید، خیلی جاهاش هست که انگلیسی ما صحبت میکنیم. من سعی میکنم که همه‌شو براتون زیرنویس کنم که همه رو متوجه شید. امیدوارم که از این پادکست خوشتون بیاد. نظراتتون رو حتما برای من کامنت کنید. بریم که بیوقفه این پادکست رو ببینیم. علی عزیز، بالاخره من تونستم این اپورچونیتی و این موقعیت رو بگیرم که با تو یه پادکست ضبط کنم. چه خبر داداش؟
قربانت دادش، قربانت. شکر خدا. چه خبر شما؟ 1 سال میشه ما شما درباره این پادکست گپ زدیم و نتونستم متاسفانه در مسابقه پرپ همیش بعد از مسابقه نبودم، مثلا سفر بودم. الان چیز که شما برتن مسیج کردن روز.
آره.
I text you like 3 days ago. I was like, let's go, let's do a podcast. Now I finally have the time, the opportunity. گفتم بیا دیگه که در جون گپ بزنم که مردم افغان و ایرانیا که ما را خیلی مثلا دوست دارم، ما را زیاد سپورت کردن. Uh, all the support I got in 2024 like پیش از 24 زیادتر سپورت های مثلا فالوورای ما، فن ما از هندوستان بودن. پاکستان، هندوستان. چرا من هندی گپ میزنم؟ باز وقتی مردم فهمیده از افغانستان است یا مثلا دری صحبت میکنن، فارسی صحبت میکنن، then I got like a lot of Iranian fans and Afghan fans, and especially بعد از المپیا 24 زیاد مثلا فن فالوینگ ما زیادترشن اولا ایرانی هستن. از افغانی ها که زیاد بیاداره ایرانی ما رو فالو میکنن. پس تشکر از همگی. Thanks a lot. Merci. That's all I want to say.
داداش پرچمت بالاست. 1 سالی میشد که ما میخواستیم این مصاحبه رو با شما بگیریم، ولی ستاره فیزیک دیگه همش داره مسابقه میده پشت سر هم، خیلی سخت میشه پیداش کرد. ببین ترکوندی سال گذشته، حالا به همه اونا میرسیم. شما خیلی هوادار داری توی ایران، توی فارسی زبونا. قبل از اینکه بخوایم بریم جلوتر، من بگم بچه ها، زبون اصلی علی نه فارسیه نه پشتوه. اینا رو سعی کرده یاد بگیره و
پشتو
پشتوه.
پشتو دری
آره.
نیستم مثلا
دری نیست.
دری دری and فارسی سیم. و
آره.
زبان مادری من پشتو هم. پشتو دری زیاد فرق میکنه با دری فارسی. مثلا it's almost same.
اه، برای علی خیلی سخته بخواد فارسی و دری رو صحبت کنه، ولی من ازش خواهش کردم به خاطر همه شما فارسی زبونای عزیز بیاد اینجا. حالا هر چقدرم سخته با اون لهجه و زبون زیبا و شیرینش برای ما فارسی صحبت کنه. حالا هر جاییشو هم درست متوجه نشدید من براتون میذارم، به فارسی براتون میگم. علی جان، چه خبر؟ کجایی تو؟ میبینم که توی دوحه قطری.
قربان دادش، آمدم دوها. 1 هفته میشه اینجا قطر. سرد بود. در دنمارک پیش از این دنمارک بودم. بازجا سرد بود. مثلا برف بود ها روزه. نتونستم کاردیو کنم بیرون از خانه. گفتم بیاد دوها بریم که اپورچونیتی خوبش آمد. I saw let's go, why not, you know.
آره.
Everything better weather. هوای خوبه. مثلا 20 25 درجه است اینجا. So I'm gonna stay here. اینجا هستم 6 هفته دیگه. باز از اینجا میرم دو USA. I will go first Pittsburgh. بعد از پیتسبورگ اوهایو. آنا کلاسیک بخیر.
باید بری فیزیک تو به استیو نشون بدی و منیون.
نه نه تایلر.
آره آره آره.
اول فیدبک بگیریم.
آره داداش، تو فیدبک ها رو کلا میری میگیری همیشه، من میبینم فالوت هم میکنی.
مهمه
خیلی
مهمه
مهم،
باز
خیلی مهم.
زیاد چرا باز یک فیدبک بده براتون تایلر منیون especially if he give you وقت تایلر منیون براتون یک فیدبک میده باز میری سرمون فیدبک کار میکنی پس میری بعد از یک سال یا 4 ماه هر مسابقه دامش که میای پس اگر امپروف شدی از بعد از فیدبک خیلی مثلا they appreciate it a lot. They love it if you work on the feedback if they when they tell you do this and you do that they love it.
دقیقا این راهشه. خب اگه میخوای نظر داورا رو جلب کنی، نظر داورا رو بگیری، باید ببینی که اشتباهات چی بوده، ضعفات چی بوده، اون نقاط ضعفا رو میری روش کار میکنی، بعد میری فیدبک ها رو جمع میکنی. همین میشه که علی بلال روز به روز داره بهتر از دیروز میشه، ضعفاشو میره از حرفه‌ایای این کار، از در واقع جاجا، از داورای این کار میپرسه و درستشون میکنه. علی، دوحه با خانومت رفتی؟
بله بله بله.
پس یه
اون
پرپ خیلی خوب و اسموتو داری.
خیلی آسانه اونم کارش خوبه ولی نه کار میکنه نه she don't have to cook نه آشپزی میکنه هیچ چیز هر چیز مثلا از چیز می از رستوران می غذای من غذای جسمین هم so she don't have to clean she don't have to cook she just
Like a princess.
I don't want to say
آره، بالاخره ما هر کس هر کدوم،
کارش خوبه
دقیقا هر کسی یه پارتنر داره برش تو زندگی. این فقط کافیه که کنارش باشه، ازش آرامش رو بگیره، مخصوصا توی پرپ. هر جایی که میره من میبینم که چقدر تو خوشحالی و اینکه ما هم شما رو میبینیم خوشحالی. علی، تو قطر اولین باره که میری دوحه؟
نه نه ما زیاد آمدم اینجا ما همش میایم مثلا این فکر کنم ده 11 دفعه آمدیم اینجا
چی شد
یک
که میری قطر؟
دوستای خوب ما اینجا زندگی میکنه باز اونیا الان یک جیم کلان داره اینجا دوها باز میگن ما بعد از آرنولد کلاسیک ام، اینجا کوچ میکنم اینجا I will get an apartment here so I will just move here to Doha train in the gym it's much better
آره.
مثلا هر چی غذا برات میآید چیز ماشین برات میده اپارتمنت برات میده همه چیز برات میده اینجا عربی ها خیلی دوست داره فیزیک مثلا فیزیک خود داشته باشی they really appreciate it it's like in the USA but in Europe they don't care.
آره، ببین کلا کشورهای حاشیه خلیج فارس خیلی به بدنسازی اهمیت میدن. حالا ایران رو بذاریم
yeah.
کنار، عربستان الان داره بزرگ میشه، کویت، قطر.
mm.
کویت که همیشه بوده. کویت هم رفتی
کویت
تا
بود
حالا؟
کویت رفتم کویت خوشم نمیاد مثلا they have اونجا مردمش مثلا زیاد how do you say um,
فرندلی نیستن.
فرندلی نیستن اینجا خیلی خوبن مثلا
خیلی
مردمش خیلی
مردم بومی هن.
خیلی مثلا اونجا the way they treat people in Kuwait I don't like that.
اوکی.
You know, because they have too many superstars in Kuwait, you know, all the people come over there. It's normal for them, you know, so they
آره.
don't care. But اینجا خیلی مثلا برای اینا هر چیزش it's all new for them, you know. Bodybuilding in Qatar is very new. It's a very new country. Everything is new. The bodybuilding industry is new, is growing. So they really appreciate it when they see someone like me here or another athlete, a pro guy. Even if you just get a pro card, they will love you here. You know, they pay everything for you.
آره. من اینا رو یکم ترجمه کنم. داشت میگفت که قطر خیلی اهمیت میدن به ورزش، کارا یه جای جدیده و آینده داره، همه کاراشو میکنن، غذا، خونه، ماشین، همه چی داره، هپینس. و علی جان، قطر به نظر من آینده خیلی درخشانی داره. تو پسر خیلی باهوشی هم هستی، میدونی که تخم مرغاتو کجا بچینی. به نظر من که خیلی کار خوبی کردی. هواش عالیه، پول عالی، همه چی عالی. وقتی هم بخوای بیای جایی مسافرت، میای امریکا، برات همیشه تازگی داره و قشنگه. داداشم، 6 هفته داریم تو آرنولد کلاسیک، تو هر روز فیزیکت داره بهتر میشه. یعنی توی چند سال گذشته اگه بخوام حساب کنم از 2022 همیشه ما داریم شما رو در حال پیشرفت میبینیم علی. الان بدن توی چه حدیه؟ راضی هستی ازش؟ 6 هفته مونده به آرنولد.
خیلی خدا رو شکر خیلی خوب شده، خیلی بهتر شده از 6 هفته پیش از المپیا. if I compare it with now خیلی بهتر شده، حالا از المپیا کده بهتر شده. گفتم پیش این آسان میشه وقتی جاج برات فیدبک بده، میری سرمو فیدبک کار میکنی آسانه. مثلا you improve when you know what to do. وقتی میفهمی چی کار کنی باز آسان است. وقتی نفهمی زیادترش. This my advice to all the, you can translate it, this my advice to all the youngsters competing, whoever is watching. If you're an athlete, whenever you do a show, you get last call out, you get fifth, you get first, even if you win a show, even if you win a pro card, even if you win a pro show, don't just walk away. Even if you win, still go to the judge, ask for a feedback. I asked my feedback after Pittsburgh Pro, after New York Pro, after the Olympia. I waited for the judge. I asked the feedback. Even I won those shows, you know. And Olympia, okay, I didn't won, but I still asked the feedback. So I know when I go next time, I know it's going to be the same judges. So when I come, I improve that thing. Then they cannot say, "Oh, I told you this," and then I was like, "Hey, here's the improved package." You asked for it, I gave it to you. Why I didn't want now? So that's what I did after the Olympia. They told me what to do. I did that, and let's see.
من اینو باید ترجمه کنم دادا، همه رو انگلیسی گفتی. این توصیه علیه به همه ورزشکارایی که مسابقه میدن. اصلا مهم نیست که اول میشی، دوم میشی، سوم میشی، آخر میشی، حتما بعد از مسابقه نباید سالن رو ترک کنی، بری اونجا از داوران نظرشون رو بخوای، بپرسی که نقاط ضعف من چی بود، به چی باختم، یا که چی رو میتونم پیشرفت بدم واسه مسابقه بعدی. در واقع این نظر داوراست که خیلی مهمه و به شما کمک میکنه که بتونی اون ضعفای بدنت رو بگیری که سری بعد که میری روی استیج بتونی یه پکیج بهتر رو ارائه بدی. این کاریه که علی همیشه داره میکنه، این کاریه که ورزشکارای حرفه‌ای اکثرا میکنن. در واقع باید خیلی مهمه که رأی داورا رو بدونی، نظرشون رو در مورد بدنت بدونی. علی جان، اگه موافق باشی بریم کلا شروع کنیم از همون اول. آره. من پادکستت با دیو پلومبو رو دیدم، مصاحبت، و خیلی مصاحبه جالبی بود برای من و خیلی چیزا رو توش یاد گرفتم در مورد تو. بیا شروع کنیم داستان
هست
زندگی
باش.
تو. آره، میخوام بدونم داستان زندگیت برای من خیلی تاثیرگذار بود. از همون ابتدا شروع کنیم، از دوران کودکی و مسیری که برای رسیدن به اینجایی که الان هستی طی کردی.
Okay, can I say all these things in English? It would be much more easier for me
All right,
because
man, go for it.
it's gonna be a long podcast if I try to find the words in Farsi and in that.
Absolutely. I'm
So
gonna
so
I'm gonna
that,
put a
yeah.
I'm gonna put a subtitle on under you.
Okay, great, 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 great. Okay, so I was born and raised until I was 13 years old in a small village in Afghanistan. It's like really in the middle of a war zone. So, like far away from the city. I think in my whole life, I've been to a city like 3 times until when I was there, 4 times maybe. That I remember that I seen the city and that I seen like a TV I saw first time when I was 12 years old. And yeah, so when I was walking with my dad, I was 12 years old, and I watched there was like these small TVs. They were like this place where they sell all the animals. They have this mandi miga version, chimiga shimo. They have this place where they sell the animals. They have the cafe. So I saw a small TV, and they had the wrestling, the WWE wrestling on
Right.
the TV. And for the first time, I saw like John Cena. Like I didn't know who he was. I saw him and like on that TV, and I just sat there like for 2 hours. My dad told me just sit here, watch the TV. I'm gonna go find something. So I sat there 2 hours. I just watched the wrestling. I was so fascinated by like bodybuilding, and that was the first time. That's what I wanted to be like. I want to grow, I want to build a big muscles. And after that, seeing Americans coming to our village, seeing them, like Americans were like most of the soldiers, they're like pretty jacked. For us they were like, we don't have any muscular mans over there like in the village, like normal people. And growing up in a village, we didn't have like in our village, we didn't have like schools, anything, you know. We'll put the Americans will give us tent like for schools. They will give us like UN will give us tent, but people will come and they will burn it after 2 days because they were learning us English and stuff, you know. So I think I've been to school in my whole life like 2, 3 weeks in total, until I got out of Afghanistan. When I was 13 years old, something happened in the family and I had to run away. I had to get out. I went to Pakistan. I work on the market in Pakistan, like just selling stuff for people on the market. I learned like this where I learned my Hindi. So I stayed there like I think few months. I worked there, made some money, went to like people told me like, hey, Europe. Everyone was talking about Europe back then, especially let's go to Iran. That was always the first next step. So we went to like the place called Karachi, and then from there to Gwadar, then to Bandar Abbas, and we crossed the border in Bandar Abbas. All these deserts. It was crazy. I think we walked 9 days in deserts. 9 days, okay, because the people who used to bring the oil from Iran and the kachok, kori kachok ke mikardan. Masalan, people who bring the oil from Iran to Pakistan and they will bring us to Iran, and they start to fire. The Iranian army start to shoot at them. So they let us get out of the car and we run away in the deserts and we couldn't find the way back. So we walked 9 days in the desert just with 1.5 liter water. Like, I mean it was crazy. So then we finally found a way and got to a place, a road, and we found a road, and then we got into the city and start to after like 2, 3 months, I found another Afghan people in Iran and start working as a painter, with them, helping them, So I work in Shiraz. I was there like a few months. I worked in Shiraz, and then I went to Tehran. I was there, I think 3 months, 4 months. I was in Tehran, and then from there I went to Turkey, and from Turkey I worked in a factory in Turkey in Istanbul. From there I went to Greece. But all these, like, now I'm telling you all these things, it take me like 5 seconds. Okay, I was in Iran, I was in Turkey, but it took me like everything took me like a whole year, and a lot of struggle and a lot of things going on. Otherwise, gonna take such a long story if I tell you everything in details. But it was like a really, really hard trip, especially like going through Iran and Turkey. It was very, very hard. And then I finally got to Greece, and I was like, I think it took me like 6 or 7 months in jail in Greece because I was under 18 and they didn't have a place in the refugees camp, so they put us just in jail,
Shit.
just at the border. Yeah, I spent there like 7 months, and then after that, I got out of there. Somehow I got to the, found a way, found a job in Greece. I was there almost like a year in Greece, and then got out of Greece. Got in container. We tried so many times to get in a ship to cross to Italy, but it never worked. They always catched us. And one time we had a boat, like one of the guys stole a boat, I think. So we went all in the boat. We went in the middle of the ocean. The boat stopped working. We were like there 3 days, 2 nights in the middle of the ocean, just like sailing around, And then the helicopter came and it rescued us and took us back to the land. So yeah, that's how I get to Italy after, like in a container. I went under the container, where they put the extra tire.
Yeah,
So I went in there with another guy. So we're like in the small thing, this
you
box.
hide underneath the container.
Yeah, yeah. And the container was driving like for 2 days almost. So we're like, stuck from the downside. And then that's how I got to Italy. And I was in Italy sleeping in parks and stuff, and then got to France and Belgium. And that was like my last destination. And when I got my passport, I was in a camp where I really start training and stuff. So yeah, long story short, I could explain it the best.
Damn, bro. It was so inspiring and unfortunate at the same time. The unfortunate point is that was rough life, man. That was rough life. I've never
And
heard such a life like that. And inspiring, you strive for a better life and you never gave up, man. I'm so proud of you. Look at you right
bro,
now.
listen, I mean it, when I say this, I really mean it. And I hope a lot of people don't understand when I say this. They're like, "Oh, how can you be?" I'm really, really, really happy that I did all this, that I went through all this. If I have to go through it again, I would do it again. If I have to choose be a comfortable child, be born in a good family, be a comfortable kid, and be like just a normal person, and then go through my life, do the same thing over and over again, and know what I'm gonna be, I will do the same thing because it learn you the value of everything. Like for me, dieting is peanuts.
Yeah,
Like
for
I don't
sure.
I don't crave, man. I don't crave like back home
No way.
when we had chicken like in Afghanistan in my family, we would like fight about it, like who get a bigger piece. Now I can eat 6 times a day chicken. Why should I complain? Like it's my dream. Like I never crave food. I never have these complaints. Like you can ask George, if he's listening to this, if he's ever gonna listen to this. I have never asked him for like cheat meals or like give me extra this, give me extra that. I tell him, if you tell me eat stones, I will eat stones. Like that's the mindset. And it only is because I've never had comfort, because I don't know, like I know, I have to be grateful for what I have, and I have to work hard to achieve something. And I know everything is possible because I had never imagined, when I was like 13 years old, I left my country. I used to sit there and I used to think, I always thought like there must be something behind this mountain. And I always wanted to go and discover it, but it was so far away. It looked so far away. To me, I never been to like the neighbor country, and I always wanted to go there. But
Right.
it looked so far away. But once I start walking, and I kept walking and walking, I crossed 10 countries without like even knowing. Even though like I went through so much struggle and it took me so long time and a lot of pain and sleeping at nights and this and that. But I did it, because once you keep going, once you start doing something, it does the next morning is gonna come anyways. If you do it or not. If
Yeah,
we didn't do this podcast, there will still be a tomorrow morning, but no one will hear the story, right?
true,
So
true.
you go for it. It take you some time. It take a little bit of struggle, but you get somewhere in life. And I'm happy I did all this.
Oh man, it's fantastic. All the struggle you had in your life, those are the reason you are the man you are today. And everybody think you're
Appreciate
Ali
that.
Bilal, you blessed with the genetic. You got all those success for your genetic, but bro, you come from like different world, man. You killed it, man.
It
You killed it.
it
And
genetics is important. It's also I'm very, very blessed. I cannot lie about that. If I didn't have the genetics, I would not be Ali Bilal. So
combination of
uh,
genetic and hard work make a,
exactly. Yeah.
miracle happen, right?
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
you, when you were a kid, let me go back. How old are you, man? What year did you born?
I just turned 30 in December.
Okay,
So this
95.
New Year's Eve, I turned 30, yeah. So 94 actually, but like one day before 95.
Nice,
So
man.
I just turned 30, yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Getting
you're
old,
just,
getting old.
no, you're not. You look insane,
Yeah.
man. I was looking at your last picture on Instagram. That was insane. Is it today?
Wait till I send you the pictures, man. I'm gonna
Yeah,
send you. I just sent the update to
George?
George.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, you will see the pictures when I send it to you. It's look crazy, man.
Bro, it's insane, you know. Who's going to beat you? I don't know. I don't know, man.
As I told you, like when they have asked me for the improvement, I have made those improvements time two. So they cannot say like, "Oh, we asked you for it and you didn't do it." It's gonna be a very improved version.
So the question is, how do you make all these crazy improvement in short amount of time?
The thing is, I don't go crazy. Like when I'm done competing, I'm not done. For me, I'm gonna be done when I'm retired. So
Right.
I come off stage, I do my PCT, what I have to do, but I don't go off diet. I do my like 100% training, 100% cardio, 100% diet. I just go off gear and stuff. Like I do my PCT, but everything else I keep 100% because I know the more I go back, the longer it's going to take me to get to the point again. So I'm always on like on a good point, good starting point. I've never started my prep like above 7-8% body fat.
Wow.
So it
And
makes it easier, to like,
definitely. You
yeah,
just build it out, you just make
exactly, yeah.
improvement. There's no fat to burn and there's nothing to do. اه، بذار یکم فارسی بهت بگم، این دیگه همش داره انگلیسی
Look
میشه.
at that.
داداشم، شما از همون بچگی که به دنیا اومدی توی روستاتون بودی، درسته؟ اون موقع ورزش خاصی بود که بخوای با رفقا با بچه محلا انجام بدی؟ یعنی میخوام ببینم که بکگراند ورزشیت برمیگرده به چه سنی و از چه سنی این فیزیک بیلد شده.
Oof, can you ask the same question again, brother? I didn't.
Yeah,
I thought I don't want to answer something else, brother. Like I
right,
want to
right.
understand it 100%. So
Totally,
let's go.
totally. I want to go back and see your background
Yeah,
in sport because you're pretty
like
built.
how I
I was,
started, right? Yeah,
yeah, how you started.
yeah. Okay, okay. So for me, like growing up, um, I always like I love to train. Like even when I was on my way to Europe. I used to do like 100 push-ups every day, even when I like people, the other guys who were with me walking, and they were looking at me. They're like, "Is this guy crazy? We can't even find water and food, and he's doing 100 push-ups, making himself tired." But I told you, when I was like, I think 12 years old, I was in the city. I saw John Cena at that time, and I put it in my head, and I was like, "This is what I want to look like." And from that day, I kept working until now. I think I have a better physique than John Cena. I hope now.
Oh. If you want to go for a
Uh,
bodybuilding show, definitely you got that physique.
yeah. So that's how it started.
Damn man. چقدر وقت توی ایران بودی؟
فکر کنم 7-8 ماه.
7
سه
ماه؟
ماه 3 ماه شیراز بودم، 3-4 ماه تهران.
آره. ایران
اون
بعد.
وقت خب اون وقت خب فارسی بلد بودم، باز زیاد وقت حرف نزدم که دیگه از مثلا نفرای ایرانیا 10-11 سال گپ نزدم. بعد از سال پیش 24 when I start getting Iranian followers, then I start to get involved again, like with the Farsi language. But I used to speak pretty good Farsi back then, but it's been a long, long
Right.
time. I think when I keep talking and I'm going to go to Iran soon, hopefully it's going to get better.
برنامه چیه که میخوای بری ایران یه سر؟
Um, I'm working on a deal, on a very, very good deal. It's going to be, I'll talk to you about it afterwards, If that works out, I'm going to be like there a lot, hopefully.
Nice man.
Because
Because
going to
what?
be good. It's a surprise now.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to talk about it, yes.
Okay.
Hopefully.
علی جان، توی ایران شما خیلی طرفدار داری، یعنی عاشق
مفهوم.
بچه‌های ایرانی. نمیدونی که من چقدر مسیج میگرفتم توی 1 سال گذشته که علی بلال چی شد چی شد چی نشد، و بچه هم نمیدونن که شما چقدر داری سخت کار میکنی. این همه موفقیتی که اومده الکی نبوده، این دقیقا ریکوایر میکنه، لازمش اینه که یه پشتکار خیلی زیاد داشته باشه، تمرکز خیلی زیاد داشته باشه، و ورزشکار حرفه‌ای در واقع یه دونه امبسادور برای اسپورت هست، یه دونه سفیر اسپورته، باید همه جا باشه و خودشو نشون بده. میدونم که چقدر اسکیجول تایت بود، مرسی که الان توی 6 هفته
Yeah.
بوده به آرنولد این وقت رو به ما دادی.
Karbonet, Adesh. Karbonet.
آره.
No, always, brother. I really want to say, like, من از شما و از همه ایرانیا زیاد تشکر میکنم. مثلا I really really appreciate که ما را از سال 24 زیاد سپورت کردن. مثلا ما گفتم ما فالوورای ما از افغانی کده ایرانی زیاد هستن. تو افغانستان ما اینستاگرام و چیز زیاد ندارم. ما فیسبوک استفاده میکنه در افغانستان، ما در فیسبوک نیستم دیگه. و ایران ما زیاد فالوور دارم. فالوور مثلا حلقه من دارم. when uh, I get like every day so many messages from Iranian fans, and I always try to tell them, like, send them a voice message back because they write in Farsi but ما فارسی چیز میکنه، text میکنه. but I try to tell them like I can read Farsi but I cannot write it back,
True,
so I
true.
send them a voice message when I can, to whoever I can. So I always try to send them back a voice message. I always say thank you so much and they really appreciate it. But you know what was the most surprising thing for me? when I was at the Olympia backstage, not backstage for the tanning, I took a picture with the Hadi, so with our champ. You know, I've always been his fan. You know what? Not because of the physique of anything else, because I saw his story and I used to watch his story when I was like I used to watch his workouts when I was doing my cardios in the morning,
Right.
because he was like a guy that reminded me of myself. Like hard work, you can do anything, you know, like this tunnel vision, and let's go for it. So when I saw him like at the tanning place, I was very like, you know, I went to him, I was like, hi, it's like, oh, Ali, like, shit, how do you know me, you know? How do you know my name? And he was so happy, and like, you know, he showed me how to pose and how to like be on stage and confidence and everything. And I was very, very shocked. And also backstage before the finals, he really looked at my posing, would like do this, turn this side, you know, like it was like amazing feeling. It was for the first time I was like backstage and I had like this person who was my idol for like my whole life when I started bodybuilding, like fitness, you know. And suddenly he gives you advice and he sees you like you are one of us, you know. It was the most amazing feeling.
شکی بهش ندارم،
Yeah.
خیلی فیلینگ خوبیه. من خودم توی شیراز به دنیا اومدم و ما اونجا برادرای افغان زیاد داشتیم و همه‌شون رو من
خیلی.
خیلی دوست داشتم. یعنی میدونم که شیرازی‌ها خیلی افغان‌ها رو دوست دارن. در واقع میشه گفت که واقعا مثل برادرای من بودن. خیلی هاشون بودن که با ما کار میکردن، حالا توی جایی که ما بودیم، و دوستای خیلی خوب، آدمای پاک، و از ته قلب مطمئنم که همه ایرانی‌ها دوستت دارن علی جون. علی، حالا بخوام بریم عقب، این سوالا رو اگه بخوای انگلیسی ازت میپرسم. بریم سراغ بدنسازی. Actually, when did you start achieving success in bodybuilding?
uh like when I did my first competition, I really like the reason for that was like من کل زندگیمان کار سخت کردم، مثلا کار ساختمانی و you know whatever, you know. I always worked very, very hard. So when you work very hard and you're not lazy, you work like 15 hours a day, you always have a good physique. You cannot build fat, you know?
For
So I
sure.
always had very, very good physique. And I walked from Afghanistan to Europe, so I did enough cardio. So when I did, so when I did my first ever competition, I was in a gym training, and one of my like, I think one of my friends, he wanted to go to a competition in Madrid. There was Muscle Mania show,
Okay,
and
natural
I just
show.
I don't know. Are they natural? Yeah, I think they're natural. Yeah.
I think
So
muscle
I was
memory is
I
natural.
was pretty natural. I didn't even knew anything about competing, so I was natural as hell. So I just got my passport in Belgium. Though he was like, I never traveled out of Belgium. He was like, hey man, I'm going to Spain, and we are like five friends. We used to train every day together, you know. So he was like, I'm going to do this competition, and I love this physique. And he was like, you want to come with us, you know, just to support me, and it would be nice to have friends, and you know, because he thought the more people shout for him in the hall, that he will win, you know. I was like, yeah, let's go. We went like, I think guys of 10 people, 10 guys went to Madrid from Belgium. It's like a 2 hour flight. So when we went to Madrid, we like 2 days before the show, he took off his shirt, and you know, he was posing, and I also took off my shirt, you know, I was like, let's look at my physique. It was like, why don't you come and try too? It was like a European championship for Muslimania. And I was like, really? I was like, I don't know how to pose. So he learned me how to pose like the next day. He was like, give it a try. You're here anyways. Even if you get one medal, it's good. Like fifth place, good enough, you know? I was like, yeah, let's try. So he learned me how to pose like that evening. I went there, I put on tanning. It was so awkward. I had to take off my pants. You know, I didn't want to take off my pants. So I just took off my, you know, I was really Afghani mindset back then, you know. So I took up my pants, and then we only like tan until my knees. Then I went to the toilet, I changed my pants, you know. So I didn't want to take off my pants completely and stand in underwear in front of people because it was so awkward, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I went on stage, you're not gonna believe it. I won my class and I won the overall European Championship.
Wow. Damn, bro.
I won from this guy. I won everything. You know, I came back with the overall. This guy, he didn't even talk to me the whole flight. He didn't talk to me after that. So that
So,
was the first ever show.
wait a moment, man. You haven't done any prep for that show. You just walked
Nothing.
in. You
Yeah,
wipe out the floor.
because the crazy thing was I was so conditioned, because I used to work in construction like 14 hours, and then in the evening I used to work in the restaurant like four evenings a week. I used to work in the restaurant, and the rest of the time, when I had the time, I used to go to the gym. But I used to train hard, like really hardcore. And I used to run like when I had the time. When I had the time, I used to run very fast. So I had like crazy conditioning.
Yeah.
And like the 5 days that we were there, I used to go with all the other 9 guys. I used to go with them, eat in the restaurant, nice food. And this guy who was prepping used to bring us chicken and eat there. And I won the overall over there. I think he will watch this thing if he ever sees it. And then I talked to him like a few months ago. He was like, "It's crazy. I cannot believe it." So yeah. And then
Oh,
what I found out over there, I was like, crazy, I'm made for this shit. I went back, and this guy's coach, he contacted me. He was like, let me coach you. So I went for the Belgium championship. I won the Belgium championship overall. And then my physique really started like changing. And I think I did like in Elite Pro, then I moved to Elite Pro. I think I did like 32 shows in Elite Pro. I won 29 shows, gold medals. And I think I won 13 pro cards in 1 year in Elite Pro.
undeniable, man. Undeniable.
Yeah, I was like the number one or number two, I think top two or in the world ranking on Elite Pro. So it
Damn,
was
it's
crazy.
so inspiring, man. It is so inspiring. So, what year was that Madrid show?
Oh, Madrid show was 2016, man. And,
2016,
end of 16, yeah.
end of 16. And how many years before that you started training and going to gym, like regularly?
I think 3 years before that, 3 years.
Okay,
Yeah,
three
because I came to
years.
Belgium 2011. I came to Belgium. And before that, I told you, like, I used to do like crazy push-ups every day, like when I had the time, I would do just like, I would wake up like just from bed and I would start doing 100 push-ups, for no reason.
Why? Just to get
I,
stronger
I, I
or
just, I had this crazy, like, I don't know, growing up, this energy thing in me, and it will help me so much. I just used to put my legs on the wall and I used to do push-ups from top to down. I used to do these crazy things just like for no reason, because I love sport like my whole life. I tried boxing, I tried MMA, I tried everything, man, just for fun.
yeah. How many push-up you used to do?
I swear to God, there was like days that I used to do 700, 800 a day
Holy damn, man.
because every 2 hours I used to do 100.
That's why you got a like crazy chest
I used to
over
do
your body,
that's the
right?
weakest. That's the weakest thing of all. It never grew.
If you look at the men's physique division, one of the weakest body part is the chest. But your chest is,
Yeah.
kind of way better than others.
It started to improve. I had a very weak chest because I really learned to train. When was it proper training? I think 2021. I really started learn how to train, like sets
Right.
and reps and all this stuff. Before that, I didn't even knew how to do all these things. And then I studied everything, and I really like went into like really deep into training, how to do it. And I had a talk with Hani the other day. We had like a half an hour FaceTime, and he also showed me how to like improve what body part and stuff. So I sent him my training plan, and he was like, "Okay, let me check, look at it, and do this and do that." So I'm grateful for that too. It's always good to learn from like gurus like him.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hani,
So
one of the best right now. It's so
I will
unfortunate
I
he's
will
not
having a session with him and podcast with him when I'm at the Arnold. We already talked, so it's gonna be good.
fantastic, man. That one
Uh,
that's gonna be definitely a fire one, an elite one. So 32 shows in IFBB Elite Pro, right? And how long does
exactly.
that those 32 the how long does how
How
long
long did it took?
yeah do they take?
2 years, I think. In two
Two
years, yeah.
years, 32
I
shows.
used to do like every week a show, man. It was crazy. I just like I found a sponsor. They told me you can do as many shows as you want. We will pay for the show. I was like, great. I just kept competing like almost every weekend, and it was amazing. It was the most fun time of my life.
Damn. So 2018, you entered the pro league, right? Or
No, no, no. 21, I entered the pro league.
okay, what happened between
Yeah.
2018 and 21?
So in 16, end of 16, I did my first show. 17, I didn't compete. 18, I start competing again. I did the Belgium Championship. I won all the shows. 19, I won all the shows. I was in 18, 19, I was in Elite Pro. Then I stopped competing at the Elite Pro because I went to the pro show in Elite Pro and they told me I was too big. So I stopped competing at the Elite Pro because then I found out like now it's time to go to Pro League.
Right.
And then I had to when I compared myself with the Pro League guys, I was too small. So I took a whole year off to like get to the level of the Pro League and then come back. So I came back in I think December 2020. I did my first show in Holland, or 2021. Sorry, December 2021. I did my first show in Holland. I got my
Was it the
pro
NPC
card.
show?
Yeah, NPC show. William Bonnock.
Okay.
So I did William Bonnock 2021 December. I think I took 2 years off. So from 19 to 21, I did my show again. I had to gain like 15 kilos I gained in that time. So I came much heavier. I did my first Elite Pro League show. I won my pro card. Then I went to the pro show in Saudi, I think 2-3 weeks later. There they gave me sixth place, which I still today I didn't understood. Then the second pro show was in Spain, no, in Italy, sorry, which I won. I qualified for the Olympia. Tyler was judging. The week after I did Spain, I also won that. I qualified again in 2 weeks for the Olympia. The third pro show was the week after that so I did 3 back-to-back show 3 weeks. That was in Portugal, where I got second place. The fourth one that year was the Arnold Classic UK. I won that one too. So I won 3 pro shows and 1 second place. Then I went to the Olympia in 2022. That was the first year Olympia. I turned pro, so I did 4 pro shows, and then the Olympia, I got top 10 Olympia, 9th place.
Wow.
That was the NPC career.
That's a year. I mean, that's a career for sure.
Yeah.
So if you want to say a difference between IFBB Elite Pro and IFBB Pro, what's the difference? What? Yeah.
I think Elite Pro was good 4, 5, 6 years ago, but they died out. Like in Europe, there's like no more shows left. All the good guys have moved to NPC. NPC, since Tyler took over, Tyler Mannion, the NPC game has changed. It has so many opportunities for everyone. Like everyone can just come in. The big reason is the big difference between NPC and Elite. NPC have a like end goal that you can look up to and that is impossible to reach.
Right.
Which like there is an end goal. There's Olympia, you know, and there is winning the Olympia. So there is a huge thing that you can achieve. But in Elite Pro, that doesn't exist. I won 13 or 14 pro cards in 1 year. In NPC, you win a pro card, that's it. You know, you cannot win 2 pro cards. And then, you know, there was like a pro show, and when you win a pro show, you win a pro show. There was no Olympia, there was nothing after that you can go and prove yourself, you know. They had some kind of world championships, but there was like no title, nothing, you know, no one knew what you won. But the problem is there's so many guys that I sometimes meet here, especially in these Arab countries. They're like, I'm a world champion. Okay. In which federation? There's like, and then they will call a federation I would never even heard of it, like, you know.
I know.
So NPC is the place to be, and since Tyler took over, NPC is completely changed. It has now with the fit model, and men's physique is so huge in NPC. Like when you look at the backstage of the men's physique, there's all the guys that you see on Instagram, you know, that you scroll every day, and these guys are standing there. It's like, you know, it's a dream of every athlete to compete with those guys.
Of course. And winning the men's physique division at the 2022 Arnold Classic UK was the turning point for you. Is it right? That was the
Exactly.
year
It helped me a lot. Yeah.
That was the year you got super famous. Tell me more about the 2022 UK Arnold Classic.
UK was like, it was not planned. I was not on the list. So I didn't knew that I had to like put my name for the list. I thought I would just register 1 week before I would go to the competition. So my name was not on the list. I had to call everybody in the federation. I knew people, Leona Bergman. I called her. She called Tyler. So they somehow put me on the list last minute. I was the only guy to enter without invitation. I got the invitation at the last minute. And being like not invited, not on the list, and still go compete and win the show was such a big thing. Everyone was so shocked. Like, oh, where did this guy come from? He was not on the list. So, yeah, it was such an exciting show. And winning, I didn't even knew that Arnold Classic meant so much, Like it was such a big title. I was just like maybe a pro show. And that was my mindset going to the Arnold Classic, because I didn't knew that it was so prestige, so big. When I went there, when I saw the expo, I was like, oh shit, something big is going on here, And then winning that show, it gave me so much momentum. And the good thing was I launched my shorts company the day after Arnold Classic win. So that also helped me a lot. It gave me the opportunity to like launch like crazy, and it helped so much.
Yeah, that was the first time I actually heard about you, and it was super crazy, superstar coming out of nowhere. Tell me more about your company. How did you start that? And it's super successful right now.
Yeah, so I ordered shorts from Chulaware for my first pro show, and they arrived. I think by mistake I pay with Apple Pay,
Right.
And it filled up automatically the address of my old address. When you pay with Apple Pay, sometimes it fill up automatically the address to the shipping address and stuff. And it paid and it filled up the address. And then I text this lady. I was like, hey, I'm somewhere else, and the shorts is delivered to the old address, and no one can pick it up. So what's going to happen? Because the shorts were sent back to her, I was like, am I going to get refund, or can you send me the shorts back? I'm going to pay the money again. She was like, no, there's no refund. I got very pissed off. I was like, shit, now I need to make my own company, just to take revenge. So I just started my own, and I started investigating, and I started my own brand. And then when I won my first pro show in my shorts, and I kept it, I was like, okay, I won another one, and I won another one. I made everything ready, website ready, stock ready, just make sure that everything was ready. The day after Arnold, I knew I'm going to win the Arnold Classic. So the day after Arnold, I launched it, and it was crazy viral, And like 1 month after, everyone had my shorts on. I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just a good plan, and a help from God. I think it was just a miracle.
Yeah, fortune out of unfortunate, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, after that, I think a couple of months after that, I met you in LA. You were at my gym, and you're
You
that
see,
guy, Ali Hill? Bro, you remember those days?
that was, I swear to God, I think about it sometimes. I'm like, how small is the world?
It is so
Like,
small.
that was my first time going to the US. No, second time going to the US, and first time ever in LA. And I was only like for 4 days in LA or something, And that was my first ever time going to the gym in LA. And I think I only went like 1 or 2 times.
Right.
And crazy, I saw you there, just like training the same minute, the same hour. Like, how crazy is that?
Yeah, that was a pleasure, man.
It's crazy, man. And then, and now after such a long time, we're sitting still and talking, and, the world is so small, man.
I'm so grateful, man. I'm so grateful to meet you. You're one of the best guy I've ever met. So humble,
Thank you, my
super
brother.
humble. Where you
Appreciate
coming
it.
from, man? What you done in your life? So much respect for you. So much respect.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
علی جان، بیا منو ببر توی زندگی خودت یکم. بریم سراغ زندگی علی، ببینیم چیکار میکنه، چیکار کرده. علی، تو الان مثلا 6 هفته مونده به مسابقه، میتونی به من رژیم غذایی امروز تو بگی؟
Today, I'm like pretty high on the thing is, I used to have a lot of proteins back in the time. And this is just like advice also for some of the guys, I think, who go crazy with proteins. I competed with one of the pro guys in India, Iranian pro guys. I don't know what was the name. I'm sorry that I forgot the name. I'm very, very bad in these things. And he had this problem. He told me about it, like that he have a very bloated stomach, and he said, I cannot have a tight abs and stomach like you.
Right.
And he said, what's the secret? You have always a tight abs. And I say, very important. Keep the protein very low. Have enough protein to keep your muscles, so you don't get to like, catabolic fast, but no need for too much proteins, especially if you go into a show, you know. And carbs is going to make you look very tight, very good, very full. Protein is not going to do that. It's going to be good to keep your muscles enough protein. So that's what I do now. My proteins are very, very low. Only in the breakfast I have 8 egg whites and I think 300-gram potatoes, some mushrooms. I post it every day on Instagram. Meal 2, I have 100-gram chicken. Only 100 grams. Yeah. I have 250-gram rice. I have some asparagus. Meal 3, I have 80-gram chicken. I have 200-gram rice and I have 80-gram asparagus. Meal 4, I have white potatoes, 200-gram. Again, I have a big portion of salad with some vinegar, olive oil. I have what else? I have also 100-gram chicken again. I used to eat like chicken, whitefish, but I cut out the whitefish because over here is a hot country. I cannot trust like really the whitefish. I don't want to get sick, you know. We just keep chicken just to be safe. So meal 4, I have chicken, potatoes, and salad. Meal 5, I have only chicken and asparagus, like only 120-gram chicken with some asparagus. Meal 6, I have like 80-gram chicken and I think 100-gram salad. That's it.
Bro. اگه بخوام بگم اینو، شما دقیقاً دارین نصف بقیه بچه‌ها پروتئین مصرف میکنی، درسته؟
And I don't have any protein powders, no aminos, no pre-workout, nothing, nada.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
Only two vitamin C in the morning and 1 multivitamin. That's it.
این چیزیه که برای تو کار میکنه این پروتئین، یا جورج بهت گفته این کارو بکن، یا که چی؟
No, I said this is how it works for me. ما برش گفتیم این بر ما خیلی خوب کار خوب. But George also don't like too much proteins. All the big coaches, Chris Aceto, George, Hani Rambo, they don't go crazy with proteins. It's only always the amateur, the beginner coaches who think that protein is like the key, you know, the protein powder is the key. No, man. I think a lot of big athletes, a lot of big coaches, they cut out the protein powder like 8 weeks, 10 weeks out.
آره اون پروتئین پاودر که اصلا
پروتئین پاودر و چیز پروتئین دیگه مثلا زیاد مهم نیست. وقتی open bodybuilder هستی, okay, you have to eat 200 grams instead of 100 grams, you know, because you have more mass to take care. Right. But if you're men's physique, you are like a small classic guy, you don't need so crazy. Depends on what your mass is, you know, you need to calculate and have enough amount of protein so you can survive your muscle. For the rest, you don't need all the extra protein. Is just going to make your stomach look bloated, full. Whenever I take off my t-shirt, I'm like abs, you know, tight.
And what's the most important part about men's physique? The midsection, right? Super tight.
The midsection. You saw Ryan, he was talking about it. He was like, you know, Ali was just standing there and he was not even breathing, you know, because I didn't have to like do anything. I just stood there. I could hold my pose like for 20 hours nonstop. If I only had water, you know, I wouldn't have a problem. So I could just hold my pose, because when your stomach is not so full, when you eat a big protein meal, you know, in the morning and in the noon, that protein take like 8 hours to digest, for example, you know, and, you know, it's going to be in your stomach. So there's no need to suffer from that. Let me tell you that, especially backstage guys, okay? Whoever is competing, going backstage, those guys with the, you know, peanut butter, rice cakes,
honey,
all this stuff. There's honey, you know, you can have like 1 rice cake every half an hour with a little bit of honey, very little, you know?
But no peanut butter,
but then,
right?
But once you eat the honey, you cannot drink the water.
True.
Not even sipping, nothing, you know? Then be safe, don't eat the honey, then you can still sip a little bit and going into the, like, you know, when you pump up, you can sip a little bit. You don't have to hate the honey. But if you eat the honey with the rice cakes and stuff, then you cannot sip. Then you need to stop sipping. I didn't sip from the morning till the night because I don't want to risk that. You know, you can hold water like this. It can go, it happened to me in India. It went crazy. It took 2 minutes and my body was full of water. So backstage, all the rice cakes that you eat, the whole pack, is going to digest after the competition. That's why you look so much better the next day, because the carbs have just digested. The best thing you can do, lie still, have your last meal 3 hours before the show, and after that, just lie still so the food can digest. You're not going to get bigger from those rice cakes. You're not going to get harder. Nothing is going to happen. All these small magics, this extra salt, this, that, is not going to do any miracle, believe me, because you get nervous. You see other guys, everyone look amazing backstage, but you don't see yourself because there's no mirror. So you think, and the lighting is shit backstage, you think you look like shit, and you need to pump up because you don't see the veins, you don't see anything. This is what happens, when you put on tanning and the light is bad, you look very bad. And when you look down, you don't see anything. But when you look at someone else, they look amazing with the tanning on. That's how a human thing works. And you get stressed. You don't want to sit down. You start pumping 2 hours before the show. Start when they call your name, when they call your lineup. It's very important. When they call you, like, hey, now is men's physique, let's go backstage. Like, not backstage, stand in the line. Then start to pump up. Do a little bit push-ups, 10 minutes max. Don't do like 2 hours before, because the shows are always late. Don't eat too much rice cake. You're not going to get drier. You're not going to get bigger. Nothing is going to happen. It's only going to make your stomach look bloated. You cannot breathe. If you drink a little bit after that, you're going to hold water. It's only going to ruin the things. Even if it helps, it's only going to be like 1% help, and that 1% is not even going to be visible on stage. So why risk 50% for the 1% good?
Well said, man. Totally 100% باید موافقم. علی جان، شما کالری تو میشماری در روز، یا اینکه مکرو تو میشماری، یا اینکه اصلا هیچ کدومشو کاری نداری، اون غذایی که باید بخوری و میخوری؟
هیچ چیز نداشت.
آره.
هرچی پیش آمد خوش آمد. هر
ببین
چیزی که جورج میگه اوکی.
آره، از جورج برام بگو، چقدر وقتی داری با جورج کار میکنی؟ سیستم چطوره؟
از سال پیش است، بعد از المپیا 23
اوکی.
از جورج هستم. بله. جورج، من که جورج شیشتم گفتم برش، ببین این چیزا، این غذا برای ما کار میکنه، این نه. گفت اوکی، هر چیزی که بر مثلا because I know my body very good, ما گفت ما میفهم چی کار میکنه برای ما، چی نمیکنه، چی ما را بلوتد میکنه، چیزی ما را پامپ خود میده، چیزی ما را برای خود و برای ما فت برنینگ. گفت اوکی، let's try your way. We tried my way, it worked.
دقیقاً. خب همش همینه دیگه، کامیونیکیشن. مربی ببینی که تو قبلا چی کار میکردی، نگاش کنه، اگه بتونه یه جایشو فیکس کنه خب بهتره، میتونه فیکسش کنه. علی جان، شما ساپلمنتی الان اینجوری که من شنیدم نه پری ورکاوت مصرف میکنی، نه اینترو ورکاوت مصرف میکنی، نه پست ورکاوت، هیچی، درسته؟
8 هفته اخیر لازم نیست این چیزا مثلا.
آره. و
مثلا هر چیزی، هر سپلمنتی که سوکرولوز داره، تو سوکرولوز مثلا ریسکش زیاده. اگر if you are natural, okay, if you're natural, then you need to be very careful with everything you take. Your home, your supplements, your everything you eat, drink, to lose the body fat for your digestion, everything. But if you take so much gear and fat burners and everything, even if you take all these extra things and ketchup and this and that, it's still gonna say like, okay, you take 1 pill extra, it's gonna help you, but it's not healthy. You want to do that, or you want to just like do it in a good way, have a good physique, healthy physique, because there is also life after bodybuilding.
True.
Diet Coke is bad not only for competing, but it's also bad for like it gives you cancer because it has sucralose on a long term. All this artificial sugar sweeteners, they're like full of. If you want to use something, use the real one. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. If you want to use, when I want to drink the Coke, I drink the real one.
آره. خب ببین، در مورد دایتت من اینجوری که فهمیدم یه دایت کاملا بالانس رو داری. این نیست که بذاری که مجوریتیش پروتئین باشه یا یه چیزی باشه، هم به اندازه کافی پروتئین میخوری، هم کربوهیدرات میخوری و فت. سورسای فتت توی این رژیم چیه علی، و کی فت رو استفاده میکنی؟
فت ندارم داداش. فت یک کاشر olive oil
روغن
سر
زیتون،
سالاد that's it
14
همینه
گرم
دیگه چیز
روغن زیتون. پس یه رژیم.
8 گرم 9
اوکی.
گرم that's it بعد
پس یه...
اینم 4 هفته 5 هفته آخر اینم کات میکنم.
اوکی. بعد اون حالا چند هفته آخر چقدر کربوهیدرات توی بدنت میمونه؟
فکر کنم net weight or what you want to know net weight or you want to know the macros the macros I would
مکروز.
not know داداش من
اوکی.
میگم
what about the net weight؟
خوش آمد خوش آمد I don't care about counting I just eat what I told you what he give me I just say yes sir so
آره.
I think the weight is gonna be like 800 700 gram
700 gram like mixture of
yeah
rice and potato or...
rice and potatoes yeah so potatoes always have less carbs than rice right so
Gotcha.
it's like I have more potatoes than rice
Damn.
and I cut out like every week I cut one meal out the carbs out of one meal and I come slowly to like only 2 meals or one meal with carbs and 2
اوکی.
meals with carbs
یعنی وقتی میرسی به یه هفته مونده به کامپتیشن شما فقط وعده قبل و بعد تمرین کار کنی،
یک meal
درسته؟
2 meal that's it yeah breakfast and post workout that's it
So you don't take any carb for your pre-workout, right?
نه coffee دادش
Got you.
no carbs only coffee and go train because
آره.
you need to be depleted you need to be very very depleted and because in the close when I come closer to the show I train after breakfast so I have the carbs from the breakfast I train I eat the next meal with carbs and then I have no carbs after that
آره. How many hours after each meal you go to train?
sometime I eat in the gym and I go straight up train
Okay.
normally you need to take like 45 minutes 1 hour depends on if you have very fatty meal then you can wait 2 hours if you have no fat meal you can wait 30 minutes 40 minutes is good enough depends on your digestion but my digestion is extreme like while I'm eating I'm getting more and more hungry so I can just start training
Okay.
right away yeah
آقا بریم سراغ تمرین و کاردیوی شما. چقدر کاردیو میزنی علی انقدر سیکس پکت خفنه؟
جورج گفته 30 دقیقه 25 دقیقه 30 دقیقه مثلا نکی ستیر ماستر چیز ولی ما 40 دقیقه ستیر ماستر میزنیم
جورج میدونه؟
نه mindset افغانی extra
آره.
then
extra.
then I can take one potato extra sometime then I'm like it's okay balance
Yeah, you make it balanced for sure.
because the thing is I don't want him to if I'm like still I have a little bit fat I don't want him to take my food down so I do more cardio I'm sharp then you don't take my food down I'm good
Yeah, basically you eat nothing, that much
exactly
protein and that much carb. If I want to
you get
show
hungry
like
man
exactly, that's hungry. So
especially the last 3 meals I only have like 100-gram chicken and salad and that's it all 3 meals
damn.
that
And
get very
especially
difficult
yeah, for sure, for sure. So 40 minutes of cardio, do you do it fasted or you do it post workout or you do that?
fasted always because post workout I can't even move I get so dizzy get so tired I just like want to be home
Do you take any supplement for your fasted cardio?
Mishnah
Bro.
yes can you hear me
آره
you
آره.
froze
آره.
okay
علی جان ساپلمنت یا قبل از فستت کاریوی صبح تیک میکنی میگیری؟
vitamin C and multivitamin after with my breakfast not pre-workout I pre-workout I only take like I take some warm water with the lime and that's it and then double espresso
Got you. So اون انرژی اول
can you
صبح
hear me
آره آره. شما داری منو؟ علی؟
Mishnah
آره
داداش
آره. یه دقیقه قطع شد. شنیدم همه
okay
حرفاتو گفتی و اینکه منظور من ساپلمنت چربی سوز بود. پس ساپلمنت چربی سوزی استفاده نمی کنی 2 تا شات اسپرسو روی کاردیو.
naturally استفاده نمیکنم دیگه yeah so yeah
خب.
pre-work in the morning fasted I really don't think I need anything because
Right.
I'm like after 6 o'clock I don't eat any more carbs so I'm like very very like good to go I burn enough fat in the night I just like one double espresso it helps a lot
نایس. بیا بریم سراغ بحث تمرین. علی شما چند بار در هفته تمرین میکنی؟
هفته I talked to Hani. He was like, enough rest. And George also say enough rest, 2 days training, 1 day rest, 3 days training, 1 day rest. But I cannot do that, brother. I get bored. So I go train 5 days, 1 day rest, 5 days, 1 day rest.
اوکی.
If it was me, I would train 7 days without rest. If it
آه.
was me, that 1 day rest for me is like 1 week. The days go so slow by. I really want to just get up and train.
دقیقا میفهمم چی
So
میگی.
yeah.
علی جان به من اسپلیت تمرینی تو هم بده. 5 روز در هفته چیا میزنی، چجوری میزنی؟ همه میخوان بدونن که تو چجور
Okay.
تمرین میکنی.
Okay, so in my off season, I train actually 2 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off, or
اوکی.
3 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. So I train 5 days, but take 2 days rest day. But when I get like 14 weeks out, I start training 5 days a week and like 5 days, 1 day off, because then I start seeing results and I'm like, okay, let's go. Because I get enough recovery. From one day, my body recovers very fast. So when I'm off season, I do. Like I don't do push-pull legs. I just do chest separately. I do lats, I do delts, I take rest day, I do legs, and I do back again. Like mid-back, because back was like they gave me the feedback that I have to improve my back. So what I do, I train the day 2, I train lats, and the day 5, I train like mid-back. Like, more take the small row exercises and all these things.
آره.
And the same now, I train 5 days, but without like the rest day. So chest, lats, delts, shoulders, legs, and then mid back, like more full back.
شما اصلا آرمو تمرین نمیدی درسته؟
I do one set sometime, that's it, but like 12
Just to get a
reps,
pump?
tricep, trump. Yeah, but it's not really necessary to do it because I have like, when I train back, I push, like, I hit my biceps when I do, chest and hit my triceps, and shoulders, I hit my triceps. So I think it's necessary.
آره. ببین تمرینت چقدر طول میکشه و اگه بخوای بگی در مورد والیومش و حجم تمرینی بخوای بهمون بگی.
Off season فکر کنم 1 ساعت، حالا 40 دقیقه.
40 دقیقه تمومش میکنی.
40 دقیقه مکس.
چند تا تمرین داری توی هر ورکاوتت و چند تا ست میشه؟
چند تا exercise.
Yeah. How many exercise and how many sets?
فکر کنم one stash exercise و 2 set از هر exercise.
اوکی.
بس ما یک اضافه میکنم، یک warm up میکنم هر چیز. مثلا to raise chest I do incline, okay, incline chest press. I just go one with like 5 kgs or 10 kgs, just like do 15 reps just to have the warm up the muscle. Then I will go extremely heavy, like 5 to 9 reps. Then I take the rest. Then I do the next one, like 30% less weight. I go higher repetition, like 12 to 15 reps, but 30% less weight. Then I go to the next one, chest press. I do the same. I warm up my chest, like do just have the feel for the machine, how I'm sitting, if I'm sitting correct, if the weight is correct. So I just do one, like a warm up, then I go heavy, and then I go lightweight, the same. All the exercise the same. Depends on if I have like a weak point. For example, the incline is my weak point, the upper chest. Just an example, okay? Then I will start with the incline, and I will do like 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, and I will do the same weight just to, hit that muscle like the most. And for the rest, I will just do two sets.
نایس. خب اگه اینجوری متوجه شده باشم شما در واقع 3 تا ست داری توی هر اکسرسایزت. یه دونه وارم اپته، یه دونه ورک ستته که هارد ورکینگ ستته و یه دونه هم بک اپ ست داری که
Back up set
کلا
دارم، بله.
به اگزاستشن برسی، نهایت اگزاستشن.
Exactly.
آره این پروتکل این خیلی من دوست دارم این تکنیکو. علی جان اگه که مثلا بگی که یه بادی پارتت بوده همیشه نقطه ضعفت بوده و کار نمی‌کرده، خیلی سرش مجبوری تکنیک بزنی تا بیاد بالا، کدوم بادی پارتت بوده؟
Back.
خواستم بگم خب
Because I never like to train it, وقت تمرین میکردم نمیدیدیم. مثلا وقت بایسپ میزنی میبینی داینه مثلا میبینی اوف بام میاد، سینه میزنی میبینی خودتا، وقتی بک میزنی نمیبینی دیگه پشته. You know, I like to look at myself when I'm training, you know, how I'm training. So when I used to train like back, I couldn't see. I was just like going very slow. I just want to get rid of it and go home, you know. I hate doing things when I cannot see. But then I found out like I need to train it, you know. Even if I don't like to train it, I have to train it. So since the Olympia 2022, I really got serious about it and it improved a lot.
آره خیلی تغییر کرد. از المپیای 2022 تو اصلا پشتت عوض شد. دلیل اینکه پارسال المپیا رو دوم وایسادی به نظر من این بود که پشتت همه رو سرپس کرد و تازه به نظر من تو فهمیدی که باید چجوری پشت رو تمرین بدی. درسته؟
اونم بود مثلا زیاد وقت نداشتم بود از پیتسبورگ و نیویورک باید امپرووش میکردم تا المپیا چند ماه بود. حالا بعد از المپیا 4 ماه 5 ماه وقت دیگه داشتم، این بهتر میشه، این مسابقه آرنولد کلاسیک بهتر میشه، پیتسبورگ دیگه هم بهتر میشه، تا المپیا 25 خیلی خوب میشه بخیر.
شک ندارم این چیزایی که
Because
من
now I know what to
دیدم.
do, you know, now I know how to train it, what to do, and I know it's my weak point. And every time I do a back set, I think about myself turning, doing a back pose, and I want to see how it looks, you know. So that's the moment I think about, and that's why I go so hard, you know.
ببین هر جلسه تمرینی در واقع یه اپورتیونیتیه، یه موقعیتی که ما بتونیم یه چیزای جدید ازش یاد بگیریم و همینجور الان بخوای حساب کنی آرنولد هم هنوز میره باشگاه یه سری چیزا رو یاد میگیره. چه چیزایی شما میتونی به ما یاد بدی که بتونیم پشتمون رو بهتر کنیم، یه بک ورکاوت خفن داشته باشیم؟
زیاده دیگه باید مثلا زیادتر مردمی که ما میبینم در دانشگاه وقت تمرین میکنه، مثلا پول داون بگین، بام بام بام، خیلی زود میره. مثلا باید آهسته. When you train, you need to train slow, control, feel it in your muscle. Doesn't matter what you do, you know. If you don't feel it, you know, if you really, really don't feel it, there's no point. So like feel the muscle, close your eyes, think about what you are hitting. Don't think about you are holding the bar. Think about where the bar is going. You know, like you're hitting the right muscle or not. That's what I got. And the best improvement I got was like from a single exercise. So like a single set, because when you do double, you don't know which one you hit the most. You have a stronger arm, weaker arm. And I improved the most when I did everything single arm most. So when I really, really like did the row with a single arm or did the pull down, like a front row or like, you know, a low row, when I did it with single arm and I really squeezed it and I really felt it in my back, that's what I improved the most, I think. That's what you need to do, like really feel it, you know. If it doesn't hurt, it's not improving.
دقیقاً. ببین یکی از مهارتایی که بدنساز داره اون هارد کانترکشن گرفتن از ماسله. شما هرچی بتونی که یه انقباض قوی تر بگیری دردش بیشتر شه، خب نتیجهش هم بیشتره، فیبرای مایچه بیشتری رو میتونی درگیر کنی و ریزالتش هم خب میتونیم تغییر بدیم. این صحبتایی که علی کرد بیشتر به مایند اند ماسل کانکشن برمیگرده، هماهنگی عصب و عضله. مثلا
Exactly,
یه
yeah.
مایچه‌ای مثل مایچه پشت اگه نتونی احساسش کنی هیچ وقت نمیتونی رشدش بدی. میتونی یکم پهنش کنی ولی اون زخامت لازمش به نظر من اون ماینر ماسل کنکشنه، اون در واقع کانترکشن سخت و هارد. رنج موشن خیلی مهمه. فکر کنم شما یه دلیل که خیلیاشو سینگل آرم میزنی اینم هست که بتونی یه رنج موشن کاملتر بگیری، یه 10% توی تهش اضاف کنی، 10% هم جلوتر بتونی استرچ کنی. درسته؟
Sad. Boy, when you, for me, my life-changing thing was to like hold, like before I used to like take like when a row and let it go, leave it, come back. For me, it was really started when I had control over the weight, even when it was going back, I kept it, you know, I never let it go.
آره.
So it was constantly, you know, like the you know, how do you say uh, you know, the what do you call it? Pressure, you know, like your muscle is constantly feeling the exercise. And that's what I felt like, you know, I really, really, I was like, you know, you damage the tissue. And when you damage the tissue, then you go, you eat, you recover, you build up muscles, right? That's how it
Exactly.
works. If you only, otherwise, you're going to get great pump if you do fast, because the blood flow is going to be there and you will think you're build up muscles. But you're only going to get it's like you put up air in the balloon and you let it go and it's going to go back. You only like doing the blood flow, and if you take gears and food is good, you're going to get a good pump, but it's not going to build up muscle. And especially even if you build muscle, you're not going to build up density in the muscle. To build up density, you need to go very, very heavy, very slow, feel the exercise, feel the muscle, you need to be the boss over the weight, and you need to let it go when you want it. You need to control it, how long you want it, not like you follow the machine. The machine need to follow you, and that's when it's going to work.
اگه من اینا رو بخوام به زبون ساده بگم برای بچه‌ها، شما باید وزنه رو لود کنی توی اون مایچه و فقط با اون مایچه بزنی. خیلی‌ها میان بک بزنن ولی همش دارن فور آرم و بازو میزنن، چون که وزنه رو انقدر سنگین برداشته نمیتونه اصلا کنترلش کنه و هیچ کنترلی روی وزنه نداره. وزنه است که اونو کنترل میکنه. وقتی میخوای بری باشگاه باید ایگو رو بذاری کنار و به این فکر کنی که بدنسازی با پاور لیفتینگ فرق میکنه، با ویت لیفتینگ فرق میکنه. بدنسازی همش
100%.
آره احساس، باید مایچه رو حس کنی، منقبضش کنی و قشنگ کنترلش کنی. علی حالا که انقدر پیش رفتیم یه برنامه بک به ما نمیدی؟
Certainly. Alan, you want me to give you a training plan for back?
Yeah, just one workout session for back. What do you do for your back?
I have two back days. So what do you want to
Okay,
know? So one,
beautiful.
let me
Give me
go with
both.
the row, okay? With
Okay.
like a mid back. With the rest, I have all the most of the lat pull down and all these things more for the lats, but focus is the mid back. So I would start with like high row, just like that's my starting. I do 3 sets of 12 reps. That's my first one. Second one, I go with like a normal machine row. Like I prefer one arm, single arm row machine. Then I go to cable row, but with a close grip, so I can really feel the thickness in the middle back. That's my third one. Then I go low row. That's the fourth exercise. So you really feel like the upper, the from the down to the upper lats, that fibers you get in there. That improved a lot with me since I really add that exercise. So that is low row. After low row, I will do just one pull down, but like with parallel grip, like hold it like this. So you really, when you come down, you really hit like, the mid back too. That is the fourth one. Then I always like to add one lat exercise because I like to need to work on my lats. I like to do the machine, like what do you call it?
Pullover
Pullover
machine?
machine. Yeah,
Yeah.
pullover machine. I love that one. Just for the stretching, it gives you a good V shape.
That's the
So I
excellent
do.
for finisher.
Yeah, I love that one. I do
Yeah.
that, and then I do one. Let's say what I do. I do shrugs, just like I do barbell shrugs for the top,
No
and then
traps.
I finish it up with extensions, with the back extensions,
Hyperextension.
hyper extensions.
So
Yes,
how long does that actual workout take? Like
that
hour,
is the
20 minutes?
that is the longest one I have. But I do 2 sets, so it takes me like 1 hour max, 50 minutes, 1 hour.
Okay.
But I don't talk to anyone in the gym. They don't talk to me because I don't look like I want to talk. So I just train, and everyone know I have a big headphones, and they don't disturb me. They also know they respect that, or especially over here, if they know you are competing, they don't come talk to you.
Leave you alone.
So yeah, if you're alone, if you train alone, you don't talk, it takes you maximum 50 minutes.
Got you. ببین خب این بیشتر برای thickness درسته؟ بیشتر برای
Thickness,
ضخامت
yeah.
عضله است. حالا
Yes.
برای وایدنس اون چیزا رو اگه میشه بهمون بده یه ورکاوت دیگه.
That I do mostly, like I start with pull downs. First, I just do like with the barbell for hanging, myself. I do 3 sets of those as much as I can, just max, just to warm up the full back, just pull-ups. So I do 3 of those, and then I do pull-downs. Like I do front pull-downs, and then I do back full wide grip. Then I do what do I do? I don't remember, man. Then I do also like with the barbell, but like what do you call
Front
it?
raises?
No, pullover.
Pullover.
But
Oh, gotcha.
pullover like
On the
what do you call
bench?
it? No, on the machine. So I do that one, and then I do rear delts. I add rear delts into my back, and then I also do T-bar row. T-bar row first, then the rear delts, reverse butterfly. What else do I do? It's hard, man, too, because when you go to the gym, you know what you're doing. It's hard to come on all the machines. So yeah, the butterfly. I end up with the reverse butterfly. So I think that's it, like 6 sets, right? Yeah, 6 exercise. And then I do one bicep curls. That's it.
نایس. خب اینو اگه بخوای بگی یه جورایی داری میکنیش پول لی، درسته؟
Yeah, pull day, yes.
بک داره، ریر دلت داره و بایسپس داره.
Exactly, yes.
Nice.
But most of the exercise are like, so I have a pullover, front pull down. Pull down. I have a wide pull down, also front. I have a close grip. So, yeah.
علی جان، یکی از نکته های خیلی خوب در مورد فیزیک تو شیکمته داداش. شیکمه رو میدونم خیلی ژنتیکی میاد و به خاطر این رژیم های سختیه که گرفتی و کلا لایف استایل که از اول این پادکست داشتیم میگفتیم شما از کجا اومدی و چه جوری بوده، ولی این شکم بهش میخوره که ساخته شده باشه. چی کار میکنی واسه شکمت؟
I do a lot of what do you call it?
Crunches?
Planks in the morning. So when I used to do back in the days when I used to do a lot of push-ups. I used to do up to 15-minute plank, 20 minutes sometimes.
Straight 15 minutes?
Yeah, straight 15 minutes, 20 minutes sometimes. I was very strong because I was not so heavy, I was 60 kgs, So I could hold it for a very, very long time. And I loved it because I have very, very strong, you can see here my forearms, I have very strong forearms, Yeah. So I could hold my hand, like I loved it. I could do 20 minutes easily. Now I can do every morning 6 to 8 minutes. I still do plank 6 minutes every morning. I do 6 minute 2 sets every time after cardio. Then I do some stretching, and that's it.
That's it? No crunches, no leg raises, no abdominal training?
No, I do leg raises. It's like one time on a chest day. I love it because it gave me it opens up my body also. It's like because you hang yourself. It's my favorite one. If I have to do anything else, that would be the only thing that I would do. But if you do plank, man, if you do 5-minute plank, believe me, you're gonna have hard abs.
Oh yeah, man.
Especially if your body fat is low, and your body fat is very low, and you do it post cardio, you do planks, you're gonna see results. Believe me, just give it a try, man.
So
because it hits everything, man. It hits the obliques, it hits the mid back, like your ab, your chest, everything is like a complete body thing. But especially your abs, man, it makes it so hard and dry.
Yeah, it's coming from core strength, and as it improves, it's gonna improve dramatically. So یه چیزی که میخوام بدونم، این پلانکی که میزنی کار چربی سوزی هم واسه شکمت میکنه؟ یعنی تفکیکش میکنه؟ Does it get it diced?
Yeah, of course, man. You burn so many calories doing plank. You can do plank instead of doing Stairmaster. You sweat believe me, if you try 8-minute plank and then call me, let me know how you felt. You're gonna sweat,
boring,
bro. Believe me. You're gonna sweat, man. Believe me. Listen to some really hardcore, motivation stuff. I always do that. I always listen to hardcore motivational speeches and stuff, and then I'm like, never give up.
آره. من پلانکو اصلا برای من بورینگ بود، نمی کردم چون که حوصلم سر میره. جاش میرفتم مثلا 1000 تا رپس اپس میزدم ولی من فکر کنم از فردا صبح پلنک توی برنامه باشه، بعد کاردیو صبح هم پلنک رو حتما میزنم.
پلان خیلی خوبه. وقتی ببین if you have good abs you're never gonna have back pain, you're never gonna have any trouble. You need to have good core, hard core.
For
If
strength.
you have a strong core, you're never gonna have any pain anywhere. And you cannot make any, by just doing raises, you cannot make your core so strong, This is like your whole body, 90 kilos, 99 kilos or something. For example, like a 200 pounds. And your core is holding on 200 pounds. But the good thing about it is it controls the 200 pounds weight, but you're still not going to have the bubbly abs. So if you train abs with a lot of weight, you're going to get this,
Blocky
the
abs.
big blocky abs because you
Yeah.
put weight on it,
Doesn't
right?
look
You
good.
make it big. But plank is going to make them tight. It's going to go inside instead of coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. man.
Still, you put a lot of weight on it. You have 200 pounds on your body. It's controlling 200 pounds, but it's not going to make it blocky. That's
And
the
actually,
key.
it's gonna improve another thing. Like your deadlift gonna improve, your squat gonna
Everything, man.
improve, everything
این
gonna
باید
improve.
این باید بر تفورسی نگرفتم این راینتری نفهمه که فردا
داره
از
انجام
فردا
بده.
بلاک میره.
ببین تو یکی از اون چیزایی که داری در واقع به نظر من سیگنیچر فیزیک داری میشی علی. من برام آبویسه که این آرنولد مال توه، برای من آبویسه که المپیای امسال هم مال توه. المپیای پارسال رو با هم صحبت کردیم، رایان خیلی خوب بود، تو شب دوم فوق‌العاده بودی واسه فینال. اگه شب اول هم مثل فینال اومده بودی اینجوری شد، یعنی به نظر من مسابقه رو تموم میکردی و میبردی. علی
ولی
برگردیم.
راینتری ببین ما خیلی دوست دارم راینتری، فیزیکش خیلی دوست دارم، خیلی یک آیدولیم بود و فیزیک همیش راینتری خیلی مید سکشنی بهترین داشت فوق‌العاده. But when he was standing there, he had problem with his abs.
قشنگ
He
میتونم
said it
بگم I
himself.
can tell.
He was not happy with the win,
Yeah.
So yeah, then that's I feel for him because he was known for his abs and suddenly, he's not known for his abs anymore. And that must hurt.
آره. خب ببین وقتی کسایی مثل تو میان توی این گیم دیگه عوض میشه کل گیم. میدونی مخصوصا واسه منس فیزیک که مید سکشن اولویت اون دیویژنه و رشته است اگه بخوای حساب کنی. علی تو خیلی نزدیک شدی و من میتونم ببینم که المپیای امسال هم، حالا در مورد المپیای امسال صحبت نمی کنیم، برگردیم به المپیای سال پیش. چی کار کردی به بین پری جاجینگ و فینال که انقدر تغییر کرد فیزیک؟
خدا راست بر بگم رفتیم فایو گایز، پنج تا برگر خوردم، ببخشید
5 تا
5 تا برگر.
برگر خوردی؟
جورج برام گفتم میگه برو برنج 150 گرم برنج و 30 گرم مربى خبز، چی میگه 3 تا میل این چیزو بخور. گفتم دیوانه هستی تو. گفتم I know my body, I know what to do. They said don't take risk. I say I know what I do. We went to Five Guys. I ordered 3 burgers, but they were very small. I said, what is this,
Yeah.
I ordered 2 more. Then I felt full. I went to sleep 3 hours. I woke up. I felt fresh, full,
You
big.
explode,
You know,
man.
I was like, now I found the formula.
Yeah,
So
fuck
it
it.
was the best thing, man. That thing. I think I had like fries of 3 burgers, like fries, and 5 burgers with it. It was I couldn't eat anymore. I was so full, but because I didn't drink anything, it could not ruin anything. It could only be a good thing.
Yeah.
So because also the prejudging took so long time, we were like backstage for 3-4 hours, and it took very very long time. So I was very hungry, and those burgers, man, they were the miracle burgers.
آره مخصوصا فایو گایز منم واسه کسایی که مسابقه میدن بچه ها میذارم توشون. دقیقا بعد البته اونایی که حس میکنم فلته و جا داره واسه فینال بهتره کنه، توی پری جاجینگ در واقع کلاینت میره اون بالا که ببینیم که چه خبره، توی لاین اپ کجا قرار میگیره، چقدر فوله، چقدر فلته، اینا رو میشه سنجید. ولی فایو گایز همیشه توی پروتکلای منم هست، یعنی اگه بخوام یکی رو پاره کنم فایو گایز.
But Bivin, to Olympia, problem with Olympia was there was no judging for the final for the men's physique.
He was just
There's no
announcing.
points.
Yeah.
There's no points. Yeah. Tyler also told me that. He said if there were points for the finals, like for the Open,
You would have
you would
been
have
real.
won hands down. He said, like, you would have won hands down. I say, yeah, it's like a little bit late. I should have eaten the burger yesterday.
ببین الان خیلی خوبه که یه هفته قبل آرنولد به پیتسبورگ میرسی، بهت میگه که چقدر فلتی، چقدر بازی. آخه اونجا هم الان تنها رقیب خودت به نظرت کیه؟ دیگو مونتنگرو؟
نه بابا، دیگو تا حالی نه، دیگو نه، راست نه، دیگو تا حالی از ارین بنکس نبرده دیگه.
نه نبرده، ولی
نبرده
قهرمان آرنولد
دیگو.
کلاسیک.
ایرن بنکس این بدت نمیخوره. ما هم ایرن بنکس 2 دفعه کارمان آرنولد کلاسیک بود. ما هم کارمان آرنولد کلاسیک بودن دیگه. ف... بدت نمیخوره. مثلا Diego has never been a top 3 like top 2 guys or won the Olympia, you know. I don't think he would have made it to the top 3 if it was this year at the Olympia. So, and if I stand next to him, he have a great structure, you know, like very good thing. But bro, dude have no abs.
Totally agree with you.
If he win over me, brother, that's gonna be a disaster. Unless I come like completely off, you know. I think Banks is gonna be the competition. Is gonna be between me and Banks. But let's see what Diego's gonna do. He was there in Vegas. He was there in my hotel, same place. He was training in my gym, and he pulled off from the Olympia. Like
I remember.
and that is also not gonna, and that's not gonna help him with this Arnold as well.
No.
Pulling off the Olympia is not gonna help you, man.
Yeah, man, that was insane. He just pulled it off. He made like something.
He was there. He was there with
Yeah.
me in the same hotel. He saw me every day doing cardio, and he was doing cardio with me every day, and still he didn't went. I was like, why?
علی جان، شما یادت میاد که ایرن بنکس اومد یه دفعه توی صحنه چند سال پیش، همه دنیا رو با فیزیک شاک کرد. یه شخصیت فوق‌العاده ارگنت داشت، فکر میکرد همه رو میگیره. اومد و واقعا هم فیزیکش خفن بود. تو اولین وقتی که ایرن بنکس رو دیدی فیزیکشو چی فکر کردی؟ فکر میکردی بتونی اون پشت رو بگیری؟
Nothing special دادش.
الان اینجوری فکر میکنی یا قبلا هم اینجوری فکر میکردی؟
قبلا هم. ببین, you know why Ryan is so good? Because special. He's special, you know. When you put him in the lineup, you see Ryan Terry is there. He's special. He looks special. He's different. Okay. Right. Brandon, nothing special. You know, beautiful physique, but nothing special. Jeremy, he was special. He looked special. You know, he looked different. If you put him between 15 guys, you would say, like, this guy looks different, you know, like than everyone else. When I stand there, I look different. Corey Morris looked different. Yeah. I prefer Corey more than Banks, in my opinion. You know, Banks can say whatever he wants to say about it, but I prefer Corey physiques more than Banks because he's different. He's special. You know, like every guy doing, you know, any show in Tampa or here look like Aaron Banks, almost. Maybe less condition, maybe this and that, you know? Every guy in LA look like Aaron Banks. Yeah. So it's nothing special, but there's nothing like this wow thing that you get. Like, you know, when you see one time a physique, you have this like, okay, you know, when a guy come on stage, you're like, this guy is different. He just look different, you know? You know, this, it's about the classic the same. You know, we saw this guy from Spain, just what is his name? The guy who got 6th or something, the guy, Spanish guy.
Oh, I forgot his name, man.
The classic physique. Just something. Yeah, he's in my team. He looked different, you see. He's different.
Jose.
Like Hadi, Jose, yeah, something. You see, he looked different. When he came there, he was different. This guy who got 2nd at the Olympia in classic, he looked different. It's something else, you know. But when you have the same thing, you know, because there's so many guys, man. There's like 60, 70 guys at the Olympia, and you need to bring something special to the table. And especially you need to improve. The reason why Aaron Banks went down so badly, because, you know, they asked him, what do you need to improve to win the next year Olympia?
Nothing.
And he was like, nothing, bro. That you don't say.
Bro, you crazy? You out of your mind? You're doing men's physique.
that's a huge disrespect to the judges. I go before each show to like, I go second at the Olympia. I don't even have to compete. You know, I'm qualified, but I'm going to Arnold Classic. But before the Arnold, I called, you know, Jim Mannion, Tyler's dad. I told him, like, I want to come see Tyler. I want to get his opinion. He was like, you're the only guy coming here, you know? I'm the only guy going there. He was like, okay. Like, okay, come over whenever you want to come. So I'm going there, getting their opinion, want to know what I should improve for Pittsburgh to defend my title. It's not for the Arnold. I'm not going for the Arnold because that's already late. It's 1 week. I cannot improve anything. But I'm just, my focus is to go there. The reason I did Arnold was to go to Pittsburgh 10 weeks before to know what I have to improve for the Pittsburgh next year, you know, because Pittsburgh for me is like the Olympia. That's one of the most important titles for me.
It is for sure.
And believe me, that is a life-changing title. If anyone want to do something great in their life, you know, go do Pittsburgh, man. Definitely. If you do good, if you win Pittsburgh, you're top 3 Olympia, man, for sure.
داداشم یکی از بزرگترین به نظر من کارهایی که تو کردی ایرن بانکس رو زدی کلا جمع کردی پروندهشو بسی گذاشتی کنار خیلی ارگنته و خیلی های پشتش بود یعنی وقتی اومده بود و اینجوری صحبت میکرد و ببین سیاها اینجوری هستن خیلی هاشون میدونی
ببین
ژنتیکشون خوبه
این چیزا he was behind me in the line okay
right.
He was behind me because he's like Banks and Bilal, you know, the same name.
Right.
So we had like a number 4 or number 3 or something like this. So he was behind me. And, you know, he kept talking in my ear like this distant. I almost like turned around. I was like, bro. He was like, I'm going to make some guys humble. I'm going to do this. I was like, bro. And I turned around. I was like, bro, wait and see, you know, like before even going on stage. And we were standing like 50 minutes in that line because the judges were chilling around, you know. So it took us 50 minutes in that line, and he stood 50 minutes behind me and caught talking shit to talk me down, you know, to make
he does
but to play mind games with me. I'm like, bro, گفتم کسول ما از افغانستان پیاده آمدیم اروپا. You playing mind games with me.
You lazy ass out of here, man.
It doesn't work on me.
آره ببین
mind games doesn't work on me.
Doesn't work for you, bro. I battled entire my life. You want to battle on stage, you scared. ببین این که تو خداییش دارم بهت میگم حالا از نظر فیزیکی از نظر شخصیتی همه چی اونجا هستی به کنار اصلا هم نمیخوام پردیکتی کنم چون میدونم اصلا نتیجه از الان چیه ولی که توی مسابقه قبلی با خیلی دوست شدی توی 1-2 سال گذشته با خیلی از حرفه‌ای‌ها مثلا بن کویل یکیشه و کسای دیگه اینا یادمه یه لایو بود قبل المپیا میخواستن بیان به تو ماریجوانا بدن داشتم میترکیدم از خنده گفتم چی کار به این پسر داری شما همتون میخواد یه کاری کنید اینو خرابش کنید عمرن بتونید این خیلی کانسیستنتر از این حرف هاست
نه بچه خیلی خوب هستن
خیلی بچه
when you most of the I promise you most of the guys they're very nice they're very humble because you know it's a game one person win and mostly it's a confident game. So you cannot say, if you are a pro, you need to say, you have to say that you're going to win the show. You're going to a competition. It doesn't matter who is competing. You have to say you're going to win, you know, but you have to say it that you don't disrespect the others, you know.
Respectfully. That's the main
respectfully thing. Exactly. So most of the guys, some of the guys, they have a big mouth just to protect their ego. But in person, they are very, very nice. Even Banks, you know, in person, you walk around, he's so like down, you know. Only backstage he was like talking trash, but for the rest, he's like just a humble, normal guy. But after the show, he was humble, bro. Like after the Olympia, dude was humble because he found out, like, oh shit.
He made somebody humble. He actually made himself humble.
He got made humble.
علی جان من اگه بخوام ازت پردیکشن بگیرم خب میدونم که علی بلال اوله دوم و سوم کیا هستن
ببین من نمیدونم ما اول هستیم bodybuilding anything can happen brother I can get sick I can feel bad I can hold water anything can happen so the top 3 is going to be it's going to be a wild card, believe me. Me, Banks, I'm going to say 4 people, okay? Because I know these 4 are going to be there.
Yeah.
Me, Banks, Diego, and Edwin Pinheiro. It can be Edwin and me top 2.
I can see that.
Because Edwin have a same physique. Because what they're going to do, what they normally do, okay? Because now here we have Diego is the current champion, but I'm the runner-up for the Olympia. So me and Diego like gonna be the center, right? We're gonna start with the center. Like it works in the Olympia. So when Ryan is the current champion, they're gonna put physique with Ryan that matches Ryan's physique. For example, me, the guy who got 4th place, Emmanuel Hunter. So him, yeah. So he was normally top 3. I don't know what he did. He ruined the whole thing.
Yeah. So that's one person I want to talk to you after about. Let's go.
Yeah. So they compared me, Emmanuel, and Ryan, because they take the guys, compare them to the champion, okay?
Yeah.
So here is Diego the champion, but I'm the runner-up of Olympia. So I have the higher, what do they call chances of being in the middle with Diego. But then Banks' physique doesn't match mine, doesn't match Diego's.
No.
But Edwin's physique match mine and Diego's, and the guy, the Brazilian guy, competed with him so many times, man. What's the name?
Chavez?
With the small waist. Yeah. Vitor. Vitor
Insane.
also going to be there because that's like a similar height and similar kind of physique, all of us.
I can see that.
میشنویدش؟
آره یه دقیقه قطع شدی ولی
اوکی.
ببین مشکلی که به نظرت ایمانوئل هانتر داره چیه؟ این فیزیک خیلی خوبه ولی هیچ وقت پلیسش به نظر من فیر نیست.
واو نیست داداش، واو نیست.
اون واو فاکتور رو نداره.
ببین
داری منو علی جان، علی عزیز،
میشنویدش؟
آره الان برگشتی، داشتی میگفتی که اون واو فاکتور
فیزیکش
نداره.
واو فاکتور نداره، فیزیکی خیلی خوب داره. مثلا واو فاکتور نداره. مثلا زاترایش بپرسن اینجا در هر جایی که میری میگه ایمانوئل هانتر کیه؟ نامش چیه؟ هر شب ازش نشون دادی نامش اسمش نمیشناسه. چیز نداره، ایمیجی نداره که مردم میگه که واو I know this guy. Even before I was top 2 Olympia, people knew me.
Yeah.
Because it's a type of physique, you see it or you remember it, But his you don't remember. I don't know why. I have never this guy I never understood about. It's a very good physique, but he don't have the wow factor.
علی من یه چیزی الان دیدم توی پیجت، این تصویرات چقدر فاصله زمانیشه با هم؟
2019 تا 2023 24 ببخشید 24 بود یا
5 سال
4-5 سال بود.
ببین خیلی فرق کرده، یعنی انقدری که میشه گفت فرق. اینجا کامپیت میکردی سمت چپ؟
نه ببخشید 21 کردیم 2021 تا 2024 3 سال فرق میکنه.
3 ساله؟ یعنی شما با این
3 سال بله.
با این پشتم کامپیت میکردی؟
داداش 23 مسابقه بردم اونجا.
چقدر تغییر
چه که فرانت ما خیلی خوب بود همش. My front was so good. Every time I stood with any guys, I used to always win because of my front, In men's physique, back was in Elite Pro, back didn't really count. It was always about the front. The smile, the face, the hair, the front, the abs, that was the most important thing. But now the back is a crazy improvement. Like if you see the pictures from today, I'm going to send it to you. They look crazy.
Yeah, send it over.
You're going to be shocked, man.
Man,
I even, yeah.
بگو ببخشید.
No, go on.
داشتم میگفتم که این ایمپروومنت هایی که گذاشتی اصلا باور نکردنیه. علی من میدونم طبق صحبت هایی که قبلا با هم داشتیم بحث خیلی وقت پیشه، تو توی دارو و استروید و این چیزا هم زیاد اصلا کاری نمی‌کنی. خیلی خیلی خیلی.
خیلی کم.
آره.
خیلی کم. ما دوره شروع کردم وقتی ما پرو کارت when I won my pro card I start the gear. So before that I only took GH to get my pro card. I was natural to get my pro card. I'm almost natural, you know. I start only GH.
داداشم
So
این
after
عکسی
that
که الان من به شما نشون دادم هم نچرالی من فکر کنم، یعنی ماسله بهش لوکش مخابل
داداش
نچراله.
100% natural داداش.
آره این قشنگ
I
لوکش نچراله.
I won almost my pro card when I was almost natural, brother. When I was like, I only used to use GH back then.
اوکی.
But but I had a good coach, and I used to eat a lot of food and improve. But after that, even with George, everyone knows George, like he don't give a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of hardcore diet. And if you use good stuff, you don't need to use a lot.
دقیقا.
And I found out one thing: when you use less, it works
It
very, very
works
good.
more. Yeah, for
Yeah, and
sure.
when you build it up, it works very, very good. Because
Exactly.
when you start, just an example, when you start with 2 ml of something a week, after 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you're not gonna see improvements anymore because your body gets used to it. So I
Gotta
always
start
start like,
less.
half, and then next week I 1, and the week after 1.5, and then 2 ml a max, and then I build it off again to closer to the competition, because I can also not put a lot of gear because I have a weight limit.
اوه در مورد
I
اینا باید صحبت کنیم. چقدر نزدیکی به ویت لیمیته؟
uh, if I had one a half centimeter more, I could be 92 kilos, which is I don't know how much.
You
Half
go to
centimeter,
stretch more?
half, but I can stretch, like I can, probably do that. But I prefer. I talk to Tyler. He say you don't need to, because you look very good on the 88 kilos. Because I'm almost one of the smallest guy on stage. On the Olympia, I was like one of the skinniest, like the thinnest guy. But it looks very good on me. But in the final, it looks huge because of the burgers.
آره مثل استچو هستی و اینکه دستمریزات داره که چه شیپی داری. علی جان اگه بخوام بگم شما هدفت توی این اسپورت چیه؟ دوست داری به کجا برسی؟
I want to do like 2 Olympias and then I'm done, brother.
Only 2 Olympias?
Max, because for me it's important to I have a wife, I have life, I want to have kids, and I want to live my life. I cannot do this the rest of my life. I want to do 2 or 3 Olympics. When I see I'm done, I cannot win, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to keep trying it over and over and over and over. There's no point. I'm going to stop at the top. If I can see after 2 years, okay, I can win easily one more. Because the crazy thing about physique is there is so many good guys. And you never know who's going to jump in and is like, bomb, another Ali Bilal. But I don't see anyone coming in this year, next year. I don't see any wow, anybody, unless they're now not even pros and they're going to get the pro card and they're going to come. But from the guys that are out there, I don't see anyone like really the wow thing. So I want to win like 2 Olympia titles. And the third one, I'm going to find out how I feel, how the family is. I also want to stop on time. I don't want to get too greedy. Because when you start getting greedy with one more and more and more, it's never going to be enough. So I have this goal for myself. I want to have 2 Olympia titles, and that's it. One to just win, and another one to confirm it, and then I'm done.
به نظر من که خیلی نزدیکی به اینا میرسی، ولی
That's it.
اگه بخوام بگم یه بدنی مثل شما میتونه چند تا بیشترم بگیره تا 2 تا، یعنی میتونی برای خودت رکورددار المپیا شی.
چک کنم داداش. بدن
Where's the money؟
2 تا زیاده داداش. باید از
آره
اون پول جمع کنی داداش.
دقیقاً پول از همش مهم.
When you keep competing, when you're 5, 6, 7 years, you're gonna keep competing. When you're gonna make money? I'm 30 years old.
That's what I'm
I
talking.
want to have time for kids. I want to be like with my kids, and I want to have kids. And I don't want to be on diet when there's my kid's birthday, when my kid is sick, when my kid need to go to school. I don't want to be sitting there eating chicken and rice. That's
خبری
not
از
life.
بچه نیست؟
It's gonna come,
It's
hopefully.
gotta come.
Working on it.
آره
Yeah.
علی
So
عزیز،
that's the goal. That's the
هیچ
goal.
وقت هیچ وقت همچین روزهای قشنگی رو میدیدی توی مثلا 10 سال پیش؟
نه والا داداش. 15 years
ستاره
ago,
فیزیکی.
I didn't even knew I'm gonna survive. I swear to God, brother. Like, if you, like, when I went back home, was when was it? Like 4 years ago, I went to Afghanistan. I went to my village, visit everything. Like 60% of my friends are dead.
واو.
Like the guys who I grew up with, they're all dead. Or the ones who are like alive, most of them, the brains are not working anymore. And when you talk with them, they don't talk like when they used to talk, like when we were kids, because they're under so much pressure and stress. And they have like 6, 7, 8, 10 kids, each of them. They're all my childhood friends, and so I'm grateful, man. I'm just grateful for every minute of the day.
Yeah man, totally. ولی ببین همه این کارهایی که کردی توی زندگیت باعث شدی که مردی که الان هستی باشه. همونجور که اول پادکست گفتم، یه پارچه آقایی تو کلن، چه پشت دوربین چه جلوی دوربین. ببین تو فقط یه ستاره افغان نیستی، یا ستاره یه کل دنیا شدی علی بلال.
قربانت داداش.
میدونی
مرسی.
توی کل دنیا، توی چین، توی ژاپن عکس تو رو میارن بالا نشون میدن، میگن که اینو دیدی چقدر سیکه. و
مرسی.
واقعا هم سیکه،
قربانت.
خیلی سیکه. من وقتی اولین بار فیزیک تو دیدم میگفتم اگه این عکس مال کامپتیشن نبود، همون آرنولد یوکی، میگفتم این فتوشاپه. امکان نداره این همچین مید سکشنی داره.
It
It's
it it
so.
got it got even better for this year, like Pittsburgh, New York. Like I got so many messages like, "Hey, bro, you look like AI." Like they were
ثابت
like, "You look
کرد.
AI made."
ببین
Like,
دقیقا همشو انگار داری فتوشاپ میکنی علی، همه رو
yeah.
انگار داری فتوشاپ میکنی.
And I swear to God, I even tell like my photographer, when he takes my pictures, I'm like, please, bro, like don't try to Photoshop me too much or anything, because I'm so ashamed. Like, I don't want to go somewhere outside and look different than my pictures. I want to
Yeah.
look the same. Like I want my physique. If you see my shape now, bro, I look the same like I look in the picture the whole year long. It's not only now that I'm like in prep, but like a whole year, I'm in the same type of shape. Like I always have very sharp obliques, and even in the off season, I've never been like above 6, 7%. So
آره.
that's why I never want to like Photoshop too much, make too grainy, too hard, make this and that, and then go outside. People see like, oh shit, you Ali.
تو اصلا کلا انگار یه فیزیک دیگه داری نسبت به بقیه فیزیکا. آقا میدونم الان اونجا 11:30 شبه و خیلی هم ازت ممنونم که برای ما وقت گذاشتی، الان اومدی اینجا. اگه
مرسی
بخوام اینو
داداش،
ادامه بدم
مرسی.
چندین ساعته، چون بحثم با تو من تمومی نداره و صحبت ها تمومی نداره. برای
مرسی
حرف
داداش، قربانت.
آخر یه توصیه برای کسایی که تازه میخوان وارد دنیای بدنسازی بشن، از افغانستان هستن، از ایران هستن، شرایط اقتصادی خرابه، داغونه، اصلا جور در نمیاد با عقل که بخوان بدنساز شن، چه توصیه‌ای براشون داری علی؟ برای
I
کسی که
can I
میخوان
say it
کار.
in English? Can you translate it for me then?
For
Okay.
sure, yeah, go for it.
First of all, don't get fooled by the influencers, by me or by anyone else. I am 0.1% of the people who made it. Okay. Bodybuilding competitions doesn't mean money flowing in from the air. Because you win a show, you're gonna get rich. You need to win a lot of shows. You need to be very, very good if you're coming to compete, first of all. And you need to have a coach who tells you the truth. Send your pictures before you decide to compete to someone who knows something, to me, to whoever. Try send me 10 times your picture. If I will answer you one time eventually, So if me, not me, someone else, just ask them. Very simple question. Do you think I have a future or not? If don't, it's not me. There's 1 million other good athletes. Ask someone that you look up to. Ask them this question. Do you think I can be someone good in the physique or in the men's physique or bodybuilding or not? First thing that you need to do. The second priority, or it's actually this should be the first priority, is your studies. Don't stop studying for bodybuilding. Think because now I have a good physique and I'm gonna be a bodybuilder and want to stop studying. Never stop studying. I have never been to school, but after my career, I'm going to start studying, hopefully, because that's my first goal. That's the most important thing. Get your degree, get knowledge, study something. Bodybuilding, you can do the rest of your life. Your job, never stop working for competition. Never quit your job, because when you're in the prep, you're going to feel too much pressure. You're going to feel tired. You're going to feel like you can win the show and you're going to get richer, and you need to stop your work. Never do that. First, secure your bodybuilding income. If you're going to make any income, secure that. Make sure when you make enough money from bodybuilding, then quit the job. Sign good contracts when you become an athlete. Don't go crazy on hormones. Don't get coached by an athlete. Okay? Don't get coached by someone who looks good, who have good abs. For example, me. Don't ask me, oh, bro, I'm going to pay you $500, get me abs like you. You're never going to look like me, believe me. Because you're not me. I'm not you. I cannot have maybe back like you. You can never have the abs like me. I cannot give you what I have. I can only tell you what I'm taking. And an athlete can never make you a good athlete, because he's focusing on himself. His brain is not working. It's full of hormones. He will not have the time for you. Be coached by someone who is doing coaching as a profession. Very important. Who is doing it as a full-time job. He's someone who's not focusing on training himself and doing crazy shit. Who's a coach who wakes up, work 12 hours a day, sit in front of the computer, make your training plans, make your nutrition plan, look at you, listen at you, who have time for you. Be coached by someone like that. He doesn't have to look good. He doesn't have to look fit. He can be fat. He can be ugly. He can be anyone. Okay, that's very important. And then choose your show very wisely, because each competition, each show is going to cost you a lot of money, a lot of time. And if you do the wrong show, the wrong place, the wrong federation, the wrong division, the wrong thing, it's going to cost you so much time and so much stuff that you do it for nothing. Why not choose the right show? Do it one time. Do a long prep. Don't be in any hurry. Don't take too much hormones. Take a long time. Do one good show. Do that competition and win the competition. It's going to take more time, more patience, and you're going to have good results. That's all I can say. And if I can do anything, we are here for you guys.
Damn, you said it all. ولی انقدری که گفتی من نمیتونم همه رو یادم نمیاد ترنسلیت کنم، ولی برای ساب تایتل رو حتما زیرش میذارم.
This is important things, brother. This is very, very important, because a lot of people get fooled by this, getting coached by athletes. A lot of men's physique athletes, man, they're driving Lamborghinis because of, they look good, and they're fooling all these innocent people who don't know, who think, make me like you, because they're desperate to get like you, right? Okay. And they think if you coach them, they can also drive a nice car, they can also fly business class, they can also do all these things. But all we do, I got to this position in my life, brother. I had 3 jobs. I used to work in construction 12 hours a day. Second job I had was working as a dishwasher in the restaurant 4 days. The third job was in the weekend. I used to do work as a gardener, and I kept training. I kept competing. When I started competing, I kept only the construction job. I cut the other 2 jobs. I still have enough money. I had good savings. I saved enough money to invest in competing. And then when I started making money from my sponsorship and everything, and I had a job and I opened my own restaurants, when I had my own businesses, then I quit all the other jobs and I started competing. But first I made money. I made sure my family was, because I take care of my whole family, I take care of 80 people, like of 5 families in Afghanistan. I take care of all of them. So I have a lot of responsibilities, and every Iranian, every Afghan have that. Not only me. So you cannot have an ego like, oh, I'm I need to focus on myself. You need to take care of your family. You need to make money for them. And then competing comes the last option, because you never know if you're going to succeed or not. I hope you will, but it's a very little chance. Even if you win a lot of shows, there's thousands of pros, but not everyone have good sponsors. Not everyone just get money from everything.
Respect, brother. You were working 3 different jobs. Wow.
Always, brother. Always. Yeah, I did everything, man. I had my own restaurants. I have everything. So
I'm so happy for you, man. I'm so
Thank you,
happy.
brother.
That's the thing, if you look at those guys who made it to the top, like Hadi, like you, like Samson
No,
Dauda, they are suffered entire day life.
nothing comes easy, brother. Nothing. You
Nothing.
only see you only see the good of it. You only see like the shiny part, the good things. But the people that suffer, that they came from what they came. No successful person, unless they get the money from the parents or they're born rich. But most of the successful people, they have worked hard. No one gets successful by sleeping and waking up. If that was a job, man, most of the world would be a rich.
Yeah, a
So
lot of people think they gotta be a bodybuilder. They just gotta eat, train, and sleep, and just sponsor come in their way and just paying shit ton of money to just get those chicken breasts, get those filet mignon, and get those sweet potato.
this only happens to 0.1% of the athletes.
Actually, it's not happening right now, man. Back in a time when their sponsorship was a thing, that was the thing, they were paying like $1 million to Jay Cutler or Ronnie Coleman to do those things. But right now, they got to wake up. They got to wake up and come out of those delusion, man.
Comfort zones. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
You see, now it's not about body anymore. It's not about what shows you win. They don't care about that. When I have Man, you don't want to know how many sponsorship deals I got the last 3, 4 months, 5 months after the Olympia. None of them care about my titles, man. They only care about how many followers you have, where do they come from, how many story views, how many this. So I could have been anyone if I had enough views and enough stories. They don't care. You don't
Absolutely.
have to be a bodybuilder.
You just got to be, famous and rich. I mean, famous and
Famous, yeah.
known, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But dude, you got 1 million follower, right? That's
Almost.
impressive,
Yeah,
man.
it got a
That's
million, yeah. So
It's exactly 1 million right now. Let me show
yeah,
you.
okay. Great, good to hear.
It's the first time you see
Good.
that. 1 million follower, my
Oh,
brother.
mashallah. Hey, thank you.
MashaAllah.
Brother, honestly, I don't even most of the time I don't even look at my Instagram. Like it's my wife. She posts these things and stuff.
آره.
I don't even go like the last 4 weeks. I don't even open Instagram account myself. So yeah.
من اینو الان اومدم اینجا که بچه ها ببینن کجا میتونن پیدات کنن همه بیزنساتو بدونن. این آدرس علی هلته. همه دیگه علیو میشناسید و فالوش دارید. اینو فقط صرفا واسه اونایی که ندارن. این وبسایتی که اینجا میبینید مایوهای واسه مسابقه فیزیک میفروشه که الان یکی از بهتریناست. اگه نگاه کنی همه حرفه‌ای‌ها دارن الیتور رو میپوشن و این الیتور خیلی الان ترند شده. چه حسی داره که اینقدر ترند شده علی؟
We now getting like 20 new designs next month actually, so it's
آره.
gonna be very very good. Yeah, for Arnold and stuff, I'm putting a lot of new designs because now it's like very very slow, because of the season is gone. So I didn't put anything new, but I'm gonna fix it next month. It's gonna be very very good. If you need any shorts, let me know, man. If you want to compete.
آره حتما من میرم چند تاشو پرچس میکنم همین امروز
I said,
فردا.
now you don't have to purchase anything, brother. I send you a whole package,
اوه
as
thank
many as many as you want, brother.
من البته
My
میخوام
brother,
سپورت
man.
کنم شما رو آقا و
If I want him, it doesn't matter, brother.
میدونی من چقدر شورت دارم بورد شورت دارم. من
Support
فیزیک
me on social
مسابقه
media,
بودم.
brother.
تو همه سپورت ما رو داری داداشم از
Not
اولش
not
داشتی و
not
خواهی.
money wise, we are good.
آره. من شورت دارک اسپورت الان 4 5 تا دارم هنوز بازش نکردم. چولاور همه رو میگیرم. خب خیلی دوست دارم
Okay.
شورت ها رو میگیرم نگه
Just
میدارم واسه
do
خودم.
me do me one favor, okay? Just
Right.
send me the colors of the idea you have. I will make it for you. Only yours, sure. No one else will have it.
My man,
Just
absolutely.
yeah, send me your like your size and everything. Okay, and then tell me your colors, whatever vision you have, how you want to make it with your own name, everything. I will make it personalized for you.
Oh,
Like the
that would
show
be
you want to do,
fantastic,
we'll
man.
just write the show down, what date the competition is, we'll put that inside. We'll make it very nice for you.
That would
Love
be
that.
fantastic. I
Of
appreciate
course,
it.
man. Of
Thank you
course.
so much.
Of course,
علی
man.
جان در پایان نکته‌ای، صحبتی، چیزی؟
Well, I said everything, man. I have said it all. I think everything I had to say.
آقا
So
باعث افتخار بود.
I just want to say that I'm very, very grateful from all the people that they're supporting me. Even though I'm not an Iranian, but still I get so much love and so much support. Especially like I was on the flight to go to Pittsburgh to see Tyler before the Olympia, and there was like on the Generation Aaron Persia, they sent me like a clip from the TV, like some TV clip where they were talking about Hadi Chupon uh, going to the Olympia from Iran, and there was this, a few other dudes representing Iran, and they were like, "There's also this Afghan guy," and they also include me in that. So I was like, it really made me happy. I was like, that's such a big thing. Doing like being treated like that, being like because we don't have a culture in Afghanistan like bodybuilding culture. Bodybuilding is not big in Afghanistan. To get that from Iran is like for me saying like I'm getting it from Afghanistan. It's like same people. I wish I would try my best. Like honestly, I talked to my friend, a very very close friend. He's Persian. But dude always talk English with me. And I told him last time I met him like a few weeks ago, I was like, when I come back from Arnold Classic, we only gonna talk Farsi. And I want to get my Farsi much better. He was like, yeah, let's do that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, no, I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate the support and the help and the love they have shown me. It has motivated me so much more to like because I'm not doing it only for myself anymore. I'm doing it for my people. By my people, I mean like for everyone who speak our language. If I go out, like I swear to God, this is not because I'm talking to you. 90% of the time, people think I'm Iranian. It's like, and the last 10%, I've never heard from anyone that are you Afghan? No one have ever said that. Like that's the last guess. And most of the time, when people see me, they're like, "Are you Persian, like Iranian?" I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Where are you from?" And then they started like, sometimes they say Israel and stuff. I'm like, "No shit, no." you know. So, but like, yeah, Afghan come very last, and a lot of people like they ask me, "Are you Persian? Are you Iranian?" I'm like, "No, no." But it's like the same.
آره، باعث افتخاری علی جان. حالا دور
Nice
از
to
همین
wish.
حرفا، باعث افتخاری، همه ایرونیا به تو افتخار میکنن. یک رفیق جدید که من پیدا کردم، رفیق تو هم هست، اینو جدید پیدا کردم، تازه با هم لینک شدیم. میخوام بهت نشون بدم، اینم به نظر من یه پدیده است توی آرنولد کلاسیک امسال، هست توی بخش امچرا.
Okay.
میشناسی حتما نصرت؟ آره.
میشناسم.
آره، اینو قراره که حسابی امسال بتونیم ببینیم که حرفه‌ای میشه و مقامات خوبی میاره. این آقا هم
ماشه
آقای
انشالله.
فوق‌العاده با شخصیت
خیلی
گل.
مهنت کشه. بس الان این وقت کم میشه رفت امریکا. uh, he just got to the USA. So I think if he is gonna be there for a little bit longer time, the physique is gonna change because the environment, the food, the gym, everything is different. Because he came from Afghanistan. So to have a physique like this coming from Afghanistan, it's a big deal, man. It's a big wow. And I also told him that huge respect, man.
دقیقا
And
خواستم
I,
همین رو
I,
بگم.
and and I hope he will get his pro card. And he tagged me like every day, man. Dude is a nice guy.
Yeah. بازوی
You have
خیلی
a
خوبی
good,
داره.
yeah, very good physique, man. He's huge, man. I think I hope if he makes it, he's like, it all comes at the end to like having a good coach and having the right connections and having the right name and everything.
آره.
So I think if he link up with one of the big coaches, and stuff like that, I think he can do pretty good. And he's very, very nice guy, man. He always support me so much, man, with everything.
دقیقا این استراکچر رو کاملا داره، ولی به نظر من اگه بخواد حرفه‌ای عمل کنه، یه کوچ حرفه‌ای
Mm,
توی ظرف
He need
دقیقا
I
یه
think
مدت
he
زمان
need a
کوتاه.
good coach. He need a
آره.
good coach, like seat, or Hannah's not coaching anymore. Like you're just like big guys. Like
آره
you
کسی که
one of
با
the big
بیشتر
guys.
اکسپریانس
Exactly.
داشته باشه. به نظر من که اینم یه پدیده جدید از افغانستان خواهد بود. پرچم تک تک بچه های افغان بالاست.
Inshallah.
دوستتون داریم از ته قلب. علی جان خیلی ممنونم از اینکه امشب وقت گذاشتی تجربیات ارزشمند تو با ما و همه همراهای صدای بدنسازی به اشتراک گذاشتی. شما واقعا یه
Merci,
الگوی
Ganesh.
بزرگ برای بدنسازی و کل جوانا هستی. باعث افتخار بود این پادکست با تو. آشنایی با شما افتخار،
همچنان.
آشنایی با شما باعث افتخار بود برای ما.
Inshallah, همچنان دادش. قربان دادش. I promise you I'll bring you the Arnold title and the Pittsburgh and the New York and the Olympia title, and I'll make you
Oh
guys
yeah.
proud.
هیچ
That's a
برنامه‌ای
promise.
داری هیچ برنامه‌ای داری از آرنولد که اینجا مسابقه دادی و بمونی دیگه تو استیتس تا آخر سال؟
Yeah, bro, I'm just gonna be on stage like
ایوان
yeah.
نه
Arnold,
منظورم
Pittsburgh, New
استیتس
York.
بود. منظورم امریکا بود. توی امریکا
Oh,
میمونی؟
stage. Yeah. I thought you were saying like you're gonna be stage ready.
No no no
Oh,
no
no, no,
stage.
no, no, no. I'm
You
gonna be
always
stage
stage
ready.
ready man.
Stage ready for sure. Stage ready for
You
sure.
forever
But no,
ready.
I might come to I think after Pittsburgh or New York, after New York, I might come to LA. So
داداش حتما.
my wife, she's never been to LA, so I want to show LA. I always talk so good about LA because I've only been there like few days, but like now, how is it with the? Sorry, I didn't even ask you. Are you guys
Ooh,
safe or how
man.
did it go?
ببین ما که سیفیم، انقدر کالیفرنیا جنگلاش بزرگه ولی واقعا ناراحت کننده و سده وقتی میبینی پلسید با خاک یکسان شده. یعنی شما داونتاون پلسید هیچی نمیبینی، همه سوخته. بعد هنوز آتیشه داره میره چون که تو جنگلای توپنگا هست و داره میسوزه، ولی همه سیفیم. ایوکیویت رو دادن ولی هیچ خبری نیست. این آتیش های کالیفرنیا سالهاست که داریمش، ما داداش میاد وای میسه. حالا دارن همینجور آتش نشانی خاموش میکنن. الان یه هفته ازش گذشته، بیشتر از یه هفته، هفتم.
Yeah. So after
آره یه باد خیلی شدید میومد، طوفان میومد، 120 کیلومتر سرعتش بود در
didn't
ساعت. آره آتیش زد و
we
برد.
heard
ولی
on news.
دقیقا این درست میشه به نظر من. تا یه هفته دیگه میتونن آتیشو خاموش کنن. ولی الی کلا سالم سالم منتظر شماییم ما.
Very sure, Mark was.
آره
It was very, very beautiful city, man. I loved it. I loved
خیلی.
LA. But my mother was today. I talked to my mother. She was like, "Stay safe from the fire." I'm like, "Mother, it's the fire is in LA, America."
You go in
She's like, "Are you
Ohio.
not there?" She's like, "No, no, no." She thought I'm. Bro, for them, out of Afghanistan is America. They call it America everywhere. They
Okay.
don't even know Europe exists and Denmark and USA. She was like, "Is there not fire?" I'm like, "I'm in Qatar, just 2 hours from you." She was like, "Oh, where is that? Where is the fire?" I'm like, I'm like 18 hours from here. She thought I was living just close to the fires. I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm far away.
Right.
So,
But
yeah.
LA is super beautiful man. Just bring your wife here. خانم تو ورده بیا
Yeah,
با
sure.
دخترم
I
اینجا
will
بیم.
come. I will come for like a whole month. Just stay there, like enjoy after the competition, after the New York. I just want to take like a month and a half off, like completely, and then go back to the Olympia prep. All over again.
That would be great man.
So,
Actually میتونیم با هم دیگه بریم تمرینم بکنیم، کلی ازت چیز
of
یاد بگیریم.
course, of course, of course. You don't need to learn anything, man. You're one of the best coaches, my brother.
No man.
I need to learn from you, man. I need to send you updates from now on and ask you, like, what do you think? I need like this extra eyes. And you tell me when to go cheat to have a cheat meal. You tell me like now you go have a cheat meal.
So what you're doing man, it's excellent. You're doing exactly what you got to do. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you,
You're
bro.
killing it. You're
Thank you.
killing it. There's no single photo you upload without improvement. How that
Nah,
even possible?
no, but it's gonna be good, brother. Like
Yeah,
what
it's
I'm
gonna
what
be
I'm
great.
posting now is not even close to what I'm gonna bring, brother. This is
Damn.
all old. This is all old stuff. The
You're
the
fooling
the
us.
Arnold the Arnold is gonna be like very much like a surprise, because I had a good time to improve and really, really improve. So last time when I went to Pittsburgh before the Olympia, when Tyler saw me, was like, damn, he's like, this is some good stuff I saw. He was like, honestly, he's like, this is the best, most improved physique of this year. that I've seen on anyone, on any woman, any bodybuilder, men's physique, or anyone. You know, he was like, "This is the most improved physique." I was like, "That's such a great thing to hear, man."
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be your year,
let's
man. It's gonna be your year.
let's
Everything
stay in
I
touch,
think
brother.
settle down.
I'll I
Absolutely.
will send you updates. Don't post them. Just look at them and give me feedback. See what you think.
حتما داداشم.
All
علی
right,
جان
brother.
خیلی ممنون که اومدی اینجا.
قربان
حتما
داداش.
من
مرسی.
همه اخبارتو کاور میکنم. باعث افتخاری داداشم. دوستت داریم.
هزار بار مرسی داداش. خداحافظ.
خدا
خدا
نگهدار.
شب خوش داشت. بابا خداحافظ.